Discord.
Oh.
Here's my my live screen. No, you have to see this one too.
Oh, it has a cat.
2 cats.
I need to mute your stream. There you go.
Oh, I'm gonna stream too. Why not?
I think I'm gonna
Have you
stream
seen the
now.
second cat yet, Knight?
The second cat.
I did like that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
very nice.
there's a second cat. Where did you get this done?
an artiste that I have commissioned.
Ooh.
Yeah, I need to commission an artist to do my
Well, she's great and would fully recommend.
sub badges.
The
sub
second cat is not
badges
Chris.
and emotes. So
Yeah, we're doing the whole lot. Oh, nightmare. We're doing the whole lot. So
yeah.
it's just
Wait, so does this mean I'll finally be able to spend my 30k motes? on
probably
something?
yes. We're rehashing the everything. It's just taking time.
Yeah.
Nice.
The first thing
Oh,
was
got
obviously
session
my
closed again.
my
It's only you that disconnected. Do you want to add me on Steam?
My
Since
logo
I'm
got changed.
recording it?
that was the first thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When did that
Oh
happen?
yeah. When did that fucking months ago, Night?
Oh, it never clicked. I've only just noticed.
How
What-
much
what
is
did it
this
used to
one
be?
in Berlin?
It used to be the
What, so was your Discord one? Wait,
No,
what-
the
has
Discord
the
one has
Discord-
changed as well. Yeah,
Oh god, it
they
has.
changed at the same time.
Well, because the thing
Jesus
is, I
Christ.
noticed the Discord, but I don't
Mhm.
think I ever clicked on it. But yeah,
Yeah, it was the whole thing.
Oh,
Hmm.
it's
Both at
160
once.
grand for this one. Okay.
Are you picking a
2 grand.
Are you picking a job, James?
I can pick a job.
I'm just reconnecting.
Or
You
job
see,
market.
the thing is,
break
I
market.
could either sort of
From
join
there.
the session and just kind of truck around by myself. However,
Hmm.
I could do a quick job and go vaguely with you.
I thought you had your own truck.
I do, but it's in London.
That's
it's-
fine. We're only in Berlin. We can drive your direction.
I've got one in North France that I'm doing.
Yeah, we'll drive to northern France. You just get the channel
Yeah.
tunnel, dude.
I guess
Got
meet
2 grand
halfway.
for it.
Guess I won't stream just in case.
Listen,
Steam
Ciento.
keep connect disconnecting.
You'll be happy that you've had nothing to save your channel points on for now, because when I have things for you to spend your channel points on, you'll have banked them all up for all this
Yeah,
time.
I've got 56k so far. Because I have your chat open every time I'm in the stream with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I am
what
really
was my
sadly
point?
unable to watch someone stream that I'm with now and stream because my internet has been dying recently.
Oh no.
Yeah, I have your stream open
Hi,
and
Dietrich.
muted the tab.
What's
Yeah.
the...
And I
It
pop
just
out
causes
the
my
chat.
stream to lag,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
so unfortunately I can't do it at the same time.
That's okay.
Thank you for the host, Dietrich.
Well, that was an idiotic mistake, my
You missed
happens when I'm tired. Yes.
you missed my starting soon screen, my new one, Dietrich.
Hi, Dietrich. But yeah, I do have both chats so I can see what people say in either.
Yeah, I used to do that because I'd respond to your chat as well, but
You can pop out the chat and then close the stream and still have just the chat window.
I might do that.
Yeah, just as an idea for you if you want to. You don't have to.
My stream up, which is fun.
Right. Oh, I found that there is a.
Oh, you haven't put the job on yet.
Weird.
That's fine.
No, I've literally just got to the site to pick it up. We are taking
Come on.
23 tons of milk.
Ah, where's Milkshake when you need him?
Yeah. There you go. I just took it now.
How do I
Wait, no.
just... Oh my god, why would you do this to me?
I didn't
Dang it, did I miss it? Yeah! Well, Lightning, you missed it! For anyone who doesn't know, the new starting soon screen and this chat window with the kitties, no, this way, kitties, and my logo were all done by Witch Streamer in the chat, also known as Lightning. And she's very great.
Lightning.
So if you ever need any doing,
Oh, Witch Street. Oh.
I
Yeah.
may have a job for you.
I was like,
Mm.
I don't see a lightning.
I've picked
Oh,
up the job
yes.
now so you can come get it.
okay, I'm also figuring out how to pop out chat.
I'm gonna have to
The
try and figure out.
cog and then pop out chat.
Oh yeah,
That's,
That's super
I
cool.
will
Which-
stream-
This is Euro Truck Simulator 2, isn't it?
yes.
Yes. Yes. Even people
We're
in
gonna
people
listen
even
to
play
my
one anymore.
hazards for a while.
Which streamer is way too famous? I don't dare talk to him. Oh no. But she's lovely. Also a bit crazy, but in a good way.
We love
Half the
crazy.
fun.
Crazy is welcome.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
can't be
Yeah.
creative and
Very-
it's just not possible. If you are creative, you're not crazy, then you're probably
Yeah, Lightning, I may have another client for you, sorry. You'll have to wait till she's done with my stuff though, yeah, right, James?
I've already waited 3 months. It's not gonna matter waiting another month on it.
Oh, trust me, I've got probably more than a month's worth of work left. We've got lots of plans, don't we, Lightning?
Okay, so how do you pop out a chat?
You click the cog next to the chat button.
Yeah,
and
this
then
is all your
literally
fault,
the one
Lightning.
that says
You didn't
pop
say hi
out chat.
first.
Oh yeah, pop out chat. That's
And it gives you a little window with just the chatting.
Yeah. I've probably got you enough work until after Christmas at this point, probably.
Is this working? Yay.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's always space for more, but
I've just had this idea for a while that I
Oh.
want my
Wait.
my sub badges to be mini Formula 1 cars.
no, you
Wait,
lied.
They're
You're
just
in
changing
Germany.
colour.
wait a minute. Where's Berlin?
We're
Like
currently in
Hot Wheels.
Berlin,
Yeah, what country?
northeast Germany.
You're in the
I-
other side of
I-
Germany.
I'm in Dortmund, apparently.
Yeah, we're actually going to go past you.
Oh.
I'm in the middle of Germany with a giant British
I got to
flag
stare
on
at
my
cats and
truck
listen to
and
Anara
an
yell,
English
so very
flag
happy.
out my
That's true.
window. But yeah.
What do you think to the webcam panel now, Lightning? I think it works really well. Knight didn't see Anara.
No. Well,
Till later.
That's mainly because I'm a blind fuck.
So Knight doesn't see many things.
Yeah. I mean, I miss many things. I'm gonna do.
I've pulled forward a bit, so you should be able to put him behind.
Yeah, that
Oh,
blue
there
light
is
Me
like-
too. It looks amazing.
Yeah, they don't like the fact that you just pull over. They don't know how to handle the fact
to
that
get rid of your dessert.
player
What did you have for
truck
dessert?
pulled
You
over.
see, I could take
Yeah,
a job
it's definitely
to
helped.
Berlin, but I feel like that's counterproductive.
Yeah, we would have
We're
gone by then.
leaving Berlin.
You see, I'm trying to find one midway.
You wonder how travelling works. We're leaving Berlin right now.
And
Well,
Back trouble, you
we're
know?
still waiting on you to move.
Chocolate custard with whipped cream. I'm coming to you. God, I was talking. Jesus.
I'll just take that one. I think.
Fine.
Yeah,
Take this
we've
job.
still got a couple more scenes to do, and then after that we're gonna go. What's the next one we were doing, Lightning? Were we doing emotes next? I can't remember which order we were doing them in. But we've got emotes on the list. We've got the little Twitch panels at the bottom that tell you like all the information under the stream.
God, yeah, I haven't set
Those
them up.
things.
I don't
we've-
know how to set those up. So
Oh, it's easy
I
peas.
meant-
Easy
yeah.
peas.
I keep
I
meaning
started
to.
to add my
to do as
donation
easy
link,
as
and
try
I was
and
like,
help with
I'm
that.
not really fussed about donations, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
leave it.
Then we've also got the sub badges. We've got to do those as well.
Yeah.
Finishing off the other
sub-badges.
stuff from
Notes,
the current phase.
badges,
Yeah.
and
That's the
features.
priority right now, and then we'll have some thoughts. We've already had quite a few interesting thoughts though, which I'm looking forward to. Because you've been like filing things away, haven't you, Lightning? Like, ooh, this would be good for this, as you're going through making stuff, and I'm like, ooh, yes. They're the sub badges, Sianto.
You see that you currently have a star? It will be becoming something else
Mm.
eventually.
I just need to become more consistent with my streaming because it's more.
Is it?
I
Oh,
do
it's
it when
already
I
up.
can be bothered right now.
I'm such an idiot.
But
Same.
yeah.
And then the next thing on my list of things to do is work on a channel trailer. Woo.
Ooh.
I think I already mentioned this before. I just want a supercut of Izzy screaming at random things with no
Yeah.
like context.
Well, Chris,
Well,
if you want
that's just
a
overviews
commission,
for streams,
I'm
isn't it?
open to commissioning you to make my channel trailer.
That'll take far too long. I'm not gonna do that.
I
Chris,
mean, I'd
do you
do
want to
it.
go halves on it?
Send me a bunch of clips of you screaming, and I'll do it along with the duct tape as well.
There was one scream that picked up on her stream but didn't pick up on my stream because Discord cut it off.
Yeah, but that's just the joys of playing with Izzy when she screams,
Yeah.
because you hear
Back to
the
the
start of
brand.
it. It just becomes
Lots of
a-
scribbles in
like
my
a
notepad,
cut
surrounded by
off
cat
screen,
doodles. Yeah,
Which is,
But it should be
Especially
set
with-
to like calm classical jazz or something.
yeah.
Calm
You
and
leveled up
like
as well,
royalty-free
Chris.
music going on in the background, and then Izzy just going for like 5
No,
minutes.
You could supercut it into a song.
No, that's
That's too much
I
effort.
just realised my stream can't even
That's
see what I'm
much
talking
effort.
about when I say that Chris has just paid me. Because my follower goal covers up the bit where it says that Chris leveled up.
Oh
and
no!
has paid
Oh
me.
no! Izzy always screams. Not always, frequently.
Yeah.
You want 50 stars. I don't think we can get 50 stars, unfortunately.
I'm sure you can try.
There's a police car! Fucking too
Lord.
slow. I'm overtaking the police car on the wrong
Wait,
side of the
I
road.
need to be on the. Which side of the road am I supposed to be on? Wait.
If you're
Don't
in
worry
Europe
about
on
it.
the right,
Right. Yeah. I've been driving on the left. Yeah.
Dee Dee, you're going a bit slow there.
Yeah, sorry, I took my hands off the keyboard.
You took your hands off the wheel?
Yes.
You can't do that when
Wait,
you're
that's
driving.
illegal.
Yeah.
Yes, you can with cruise control.
Nope. You're still not
Can't
out,
play
you're
cruise
still
control.
not allowed
Take
to.
them off the
No,
wheels.
cruise control, you still can't take your hands off the wheel. Illegal.
You can take your hands off, your feet off the pedals, but not your hands off the wheel.
Yeah.
In this case, I don't have a steering wheel or pedals, so my hands are the only things I can remove.
Then you're not allowed to, that's our point.
Screw the rules.
You shouldn't touch your wheels, those get hot.
Friction
wrong.
builds.
Accurate.
Yeah, your tires do.
Ooh.
Where are we even going? France?
Lane.
Yeah.
France?
Reims?
France?
I think Reims is.
I don't know
how
where
it's
that came from.
pronounced.
Just
It came from your head and your mouth, ultimately.
Not wrong.
because they
Frogs.
France.
Frogs indeed.
It's the language mimic
This-
issue. It's really funny.
This is
when
a
you
very
find out
illegal
people-
maneuver. I'm.
Accent.
But is it because he's mimicking our southern accents?
Yeah, he's the only one without a southern accent here, so he's basically had a freak moment in the brain where it goes, "No, you're saying it wrong." It's like, "Oh no, wait, I'm not saying it wrong."
God, what- that's
I'm definitely chameleon.
Did that to my
That-
previous housemate,
well,
where
yeah, I-
eventually tricked him into speaking southern. He's just like, "Wait, what have you done to me?"
well, because I'm slowly doing that now because everyone round here has got a northern accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every now and then I'll catch myself doing some sort of northern accent, and then I have to stop to think.
Yeah.
About, like, no,
Well, don't worry.
This is wrong.
Do you just wait? Because we figured out eventually, like, there were like 5 of us, weren't there, Chris? Like, in a friendship group at uni, and like 5 of us Southerners and like 2 Northerners, and we just had the debate of how to say things. And we just, even though we are technically where they speak slightly Northern, we're in the Midlands. We outnumbered them, so we won the conversation.
So you say stuff like canny.
Well, we were more talking about grass versus grass and things like that.
Ah,
Grass.
grass. Definitely grass.
And
Grass.
water versus water.
Oh, no,
Water.
it's definitely water. I do.
Yeah.
Water.
Pass me that water.
It's water.
Water
yeah.
bottle.
Water.
Water.
Yeah.
Water bottle.
Oh dear.
Well,
Water bottle.
in both ways, there's T's in it.
Why did the
so,
pitch go up
as-
there, dude?
As long as the T's are pronounced, I'm happy.
War bottle indeed. We have a
Holy
bottle of
bottle.
war. Which
Bottle
war
of
though?
Fuel, is it?
No, I'm full.
I was doing the Toy Story's aliens. The
I
claw.
could top off.
A water. No,
I have a
Molly.
pixel missing from my tank, so yes, I could top off. I can still do 1,395 miles, but yes, I could top off.
Imagine going through all the effort, parking your truck up, get the fuel cap off, put the hose in, pull the trigger, and it goes click immediately. It's like, yep, it's up to us, let's go.
Done.
Go pay them for that fuel.
It is ridiculous, isn't it?
That'd be
I
$2.70,
mean-
please.
We still can't get fuel anywhere down here at the moment, so
What about that stream? Because
We just went past the.
you can get
In
fuel
real life.
everywhere up here.
we can't get fuel anywhere
Yeah.
down here at the moment.
Yeah, petrol's a myth in the UK.
The North has it now, but
Yeah,
fine
we're
upstairs.
we're not too bad, Chris. I managed to get it the other day.
It's
My,
fine in
um,
the bloody cold of the
my
north.
local petrol station has decided that the only time it's going to be open due to the disruption of
Well, you guys
traffic
are gonna clip.
is between midnight and 5 a.m.
Wow.
That is the
That's
only
fun.
time the station is open.
Imagine James refueling every lap in ACC.
So, Euro truck question in the in this new convoy update. You know how
Mhm.
there's non-flip zones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the same as in the the multiplayer thing we were doing, where you just merge
You
in front of
phase
each other?
you phase
Yes.
through people.
Yeah.
Yes.
I-
Not anymore. There's
I'll-
collisions
I'll-
on.
No,
yeah,
in,
but
he
some
said
zones-
specifically in the no
they're
collision
specific-
zones, DD. Pay attention to the question!
So,
No, I heard. Yeah, I heard.
okay. So, this is the experiment I want to do. If you're in someone whilst that's happening,
Phrasing.
You know, no, phrasing is fine.
I believe that we have already found out that it keeps you unclippable until you
Oh.
stop.
I was hoping it would just.
I was
become
hoping
like a-
that yes,
like
the
a
save that it would just
trucking,
launch
yeah.
you across the map.
Yeah. Oh,
We're not doing the Euro Truck Space Program this day.
I just wish the physics would freak out and just send either make you cripple into the floor or make you go flying.
Neither. It thought about that. You like the little flag on the truck? Oh, the Goodyear one. Yeah, yeah. It's pretty cool. I've got something else down here as well. Where is it? There's a little car and a little bubble hanging from the
I have my
mirror.
England flag.
You are an England flag. You're a giant driving England flag.
No, this is the Union Jack, which is
That's
British.
true. That's
And
true.
I also have.
But then
an
you have the
England flag.
separate English flag. Yeah, yeah. I forgot about your second English flag. All right.
I'm.
Yeah, Lightning's called you aggressively British. I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
Or obnoxiously British.
It was in the middle of the Euros when I did it, and I just haven't bothered to change it.
Technically, you can be in someone and not have any collisions, but it would require pinpoint precision. Yes.
Hmm.
Bum 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 bum.
Talking about British. Has anyone
Ah.
seen any
There's
James Bond yet?
T's
Nope.
and no.
No, we have not. I haven't even seen
got
half the
really
films I
good
want to
taste.
see, let alone films I'm not that interested in.
Fair enough. I haven't
Well,
seen it yet. I
Don't
Well,
watch many films in general.
My problem is I want to see it, but I have no one to go with, and I don't want to look like a complete loner sat there in like a 2 hour 40 film.
Do it. It's a good thing.
Well, I mean, it's like £7 for a seat, and they're fancy seats, so.
Yeah, you can be a
Go
fan.
to the non-fancy cinema then.
Go to the shit one.
There's
Go to
only
the
one
dingy
cinema.
one with sticky seats.
Oh.
Why do that when I can pay £7? Like,
Do you know, in the tiny town I
like
grew up, there
this.
were 3 cinemas. What's with that?
Your town was not tiny.
Okay, but it was big for a town, but it was still a town. It was
Bordering
not
on
a
the city.
city.
my hometown is big for a town.
Mm. Sticky cinema seats are revolting. Oh yes, that's why I mentioned them.
See, because I grew up in a small town, and yes, we had one cinema. Like-
Okay, yes, you grew up in a small town. Yes, definitely. But
Actually,
you-
no. Technically, we didn't have a cinema. The next town had a cinema.
Cinema is a town over.
Yeah, okay.
I had to
It
take
was
a
a pretty
30-minute bus to
big
get to my cinema.
town.
I was gonna
But,
say, the second one is Canterbury, which is.
But
half
like
hour
here,
drive.
I swear here that we only
Oh.
we had 2 cinemas here, I think. From
The
memory.
Odeon in Canterbury being really
Lad,
good.
it's got to be 6.5K. Chris, you're
I just
flapping. You only
got
me 1
4.
grand,
I
Oh,
got
no.
4K a second ago. I was like, ooh.
but you
I
did
still have to
level
go
up.
watch the new Dune
Hey.
film. Yeah, I heard about the new
I-
Dune film. I haven't seen it yet.
I want to see that.
It's
it looks
nearly
like-
3 hours long. The cinema closes before the end of the film. Oof. Sticky cinema seats starting a revolution. I guess they must be. My
Energy
lane
looks
now.
good.
To get riots to get them cleaned better, or maybe
Don't
not have as
care
much
what
popcorn
close.
bits thrown onto them. Yeah.
I mean,
Has anyone
my-
actually done that in a? You know how in
What?
films everyone like throws popcorn at the cinema screen when
No.
they're like upset or something?
No.
Has anyone seen
No.
anybody do that?
No,
No.
because I don't want to be banned from the cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is my thought. It's like I don't think that actually happens anywhere.
Second cinema.
So me and my dad went to watch the old King Kong film. The one that came out like 12, 15 years ago, that one. That we went in not knowing it was 3.5 hours long. We with obviously trailers and everything. We went in at 9 and we got out at 12 and it was like Jesus Christ, we had no idea it was that long.
I
Like
checked the lane was clear before I did it. But yes, I
That
did
was-
just overtake in the breakdown lane, which
that's a
merged
waste of popcorn
into
and
a
money. Yeah,
junction.
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, you much have to pay for that popcorn. You don't want to throw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's an extortionate.
I was
It
cheap
is.
enough that
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
free
even
guy.
buy popcorn at the cinema. I just took sweets with me.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
people throw popcorn at the film, but I've seen them throwing it at each other. That's also a waste of popcorn. Spending like £6 on popcorn to then throw it at someone, bruh. I
Yeah.
know, right?
Oh, well, that's fine.
The popcorn
so
costs more than the actual ticket to the cinema.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, that's why I
That
couldn't find that
hurts.
job. I'm not in the right
My
place.
friends were talking about Free Guy in the cinema and the other one, Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, I want to watch that. It's on Disney Plus, so I'm
It-
gonna watch it like
is.
this
I've-
week.
I've watched.
Oh.
I watched it once when it was in cinema, and since it's come out in Disney, I've watched it 3 times. I have had nothing to do this weekend.
Oh.
I'm
But-
pretty sure.
yeah,
Text my friend.
it is very. It's a good film.
Chris, do you want to watch Free Guy
Very-
tomorrow or
Very
tonight?
funny.
Tonight, maybe. Yeah, depending on what time I finish.
Yeah, Free Guy, Free Guy, Free Guy.
I'll get
Oh,
Apologies if
Lanes.
I fall asleep.
Lanes, lanes, lanes. Oh no.
Apologies if I
Ah!
fall asleep, so I was falling asleep.
Who just smashed into me?
Oh no.
I don't think I stopped in time either, but I also got rear-ended from behind and slammed into a second time.
I panicked.
Oh my god, I have trailer damage because of you! Jesus
Yeah, so
Christ.
do I.
Oh,
DD!
I'm male. No, I was gonna say I'm male.
I'm over- I-
Oh, only 1%.
You're a
yeah.
walking fucking hazard. Go to the front.
It wasn't because he said lanes, because
Ah.
I just merged in and then Jameski, like, well, had to stop. So I
Yeah.
stopped by using a collision mode.
I remember when
um,
the third Lord of the Rings film got released, the local cinema held marathons starting
Why
from
did you-
first to last.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was pretty common.
Why,
That was cool.
Go!
you shout lanes and then into your lane? Why didn't you go to the outside lane? I wouldn't have crashed then.
I was already in that lane. You're the one who moved lanes.
I just watched you see murder the AI.
Yeah, I did a
I'm
little bit.
disappointed that was
Just
minimal
ignore it.
drifting in this game.
I say that
Ah.
I'm about to murder the AI.
The nachos are extortionate, but the cheese and salsa are so good.
Oh, no, the
I'm
AI
not a fan.
Time, I didn't actually touch them. Good.
Well,
You touched me.
What I found
Yeah,
is
I
I
did.
like that shows.
I don't know if I do it in
tried
everyone,
to
but
avoid you. I didn't quite pull over enough.
I think Odeon do like a it's like a oh no a
Hi, coffee.
hit everything
Coffee addict train
I-
wreck sounds like
yeah,
this
my-
journey.
My brain is
Yeah.
malfunctioned. Please.
It's coffee.
please
So I was gonna say that when Lord of the Rings came out, we, me and a friend of mine, after they were all on DVD and we had the extended edition, we did a entire day of marathoning the extended edition Lord of the Rings. It was a full
Probably
12
done that.
hours with a few stops in between films. But oh my god, Cianto, thank you so much, dude. Gifted a sub to Lightning. Haha. You're now sub to my channel, Lightning. Take that.
You are now gonna get access to your own emotes.
9 hours of Lord of the Rings, yeah. Bollywood films are like 3+ hours long, usually have an intermission. What? So you can go pee or get more food? I've never heard of that. I hope June has a break. No. You'll be
wish
disappointed,
Austin
I think.
Did that.
Yeah,
You
the
just have to
sub-gift
leave it in
thing.
the middle of the film if you need the loo,
Yeah.
and you just miss that part of the
It
film.
might just be the environment making it seem tastier. Perhaps. Although I've always maintained that I really like cinema hot dogs, but that's just because I like the Frankfurt type of hot dogs.
Yeah,
Oh
the
god, they stink
Frankfurters,
they stink so
do.
strong.
But they taste so good!
I remember working in a stadium where we used to have those on our lunch break. God, I know what you mean. They taste good in a really bad way.
But yeah, we're redoing the everything Cianto, so we're gonna end up with sub badges and gift badges and all the things basically.
Have all the badges.
All the badges.
It's really throwing me off. The
You
fact
didn't
that I
need to
can
believe
see
that
my
lane AI.
my,
Oh, well.
my steering wheel move in real
Stream
time.
alert picture things.
I mean, that's
Oh,
all
you mean
when I
like
see it
the one that I've got of Nandi, like
the
ones
way.
like that, where it says thingy has subbed. Yeah, we need those too. Write it down, Lightning.
Oh yeah, they're new, aren't they?
No, I was talking about the ones which go off just the general alerts.
Oh, general alerts, yeah. They're also adding new stuff where you can see how long they've been followed to you when somebody subs to you and stuff like that.
Oh, interesting.
That's neat.
But yeah, no, it's the main reason why I sub-gifted. What, just to see how many you had? They've given 12 sub-gifts in the channel. You were trying to figure it out, were you?
I do that in one channel and it pops up with 435.
Ooh.
What? James, you're insane, man!
That is over 3 years, though.
Yeah, that's still insane.
That's still over 100 per year. That's,
I do that in one channel and it'll see over 800. Whoas!
oh.
Yeah.
Woo! That's a lot. That's a big number, man.
you-
That's a big number.
Good. It's good that you have your own emoticons because people can then see which server they come from, so they can go sub to you.
Yeah, I've got 4. Then nothing
Yeah.
special
I-
at the moment. They're pretty good because they're my cats.
Don't
And then
really
me.
know what to do with mine. I want some sort of F emote.
Everyone has an F.
Yeah.
James knows which channel you have over 800 subs in.
Probably Rose, I would guess.
What, Enigmatic?
Yeah.
She's cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Izzy, I'm in that lane that you're drifting into.
Yeah, yeah. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
I'm just far away now. I'm so sorry about that crash. Really am.
Don't worry,
Is-
I hit her before you hit me into her again.
Yeah. It was just a panic. I just heard shouting and then it scared me.
Oh,
almost-
whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
I just saw that pop up.
Nightmare. Whoa!
Well,
That is a lot of subs. Whoa.
Oh, Brick's got in
No.
there. Brick's got one.
Thank you.
Nah.
Oh, and me as well. Knight, thank you so much, dude.
I'm feeling kind. I know.
Thank you so much. You know that we're near a hype train now because we've got 2 people
Really?
who have done subs. Yeah. We
Yeah.
need different. You need different people, unfortunately, but yeah, like that's super cool. Oh my gosh, no! Why are they going so slowly? 866 gift subs to Rose's channel. Woof!
I'm gonna go chat for a second.
Oh my god. Who got in there? So you got Depony, Gnomish Invader, not know that one. Tepion, don't know that
I gave
person.
one to
Light!
Light, nice.
You got Light, yeah!
I gave
And,
him
uh,
polite.
And Rabbit. So I know some of these people. Oh!
We're pulling over here.
I-
right?
Dee
I
Dee! You broke
Oh,
us through into the
hype
hype train with your
know,
Prime
I'm
sub! I'm trying not to crash. Hype train
Oh,
time! Is it hype truck? Let's say today it's a hype truck.
Truck.
Hype truck, hype
Yeah.
truck, hype truck.
Going back to my chat now, so I can stop.
Yeah, same.
There we go.
Oh,
Thank you.
my- Oh, I've just.
It's hype
okay,
truck
my-
time.
Okay, somehow I'm managing to run 2 streams
Oh,
plus streaming my own thing.
That's impressive.
I don't know how.
Yeah, I can do
I'm
that
just waiting for
sometimes.
my game or my
So
laptop to
four of
implode.
us are live right now. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Can't we do a shared the screen stream multi-stream thing?
Only
Is that still a thing?
partners can do that.
Yeah.
What?
But
I'm
we
waiting.
can do a link.
Yes, we can do that.
Yeah. It has to
Everyone,
be
let's
all
shill our
partners as well.
channels, quick!
But yes.
Who's going
Twitch,
first?
Dogberry, Constantine,
Good enough,
Katie,
that's great.
and Binzy all got a sub from me.
Nice. Well, technically
That's
for you
nice.
from Night.
Yeah. Great.
Yes.
Nightmare.
I'm easy to find. I'm just over board games.
Your who what board games?
Overboard, but spelled BOARD.
I thought you said you were easy to find. That sounds complicated.
Yeah.
Because I'm funnily enough not the only one who thought overboard games is a good idea.
So we've got Overboard games. We've got Nightmare with fuck tons of numbers after his name.
Yeah. I think it's 65432. I'm
Ah, yes,
not
currently.
On
sure.
my screen, I
Yes.
can confirm.
Yes. It's either that or 6789 are my 2 go-to usernames. So,
No, it's
I-
65432.
but I believe I've got a second Twitch account that got lost somewhere because I forgot the password. That was
I didn't say enough, guys.
6789.
Oh
So
my
you won't
God.
both
yeah,
have
it's
only access to
weird.
one of them.
Yeah.
Go off the first one.
He screwed himself over.
Yeah.
And then we've got James KN.
Yeah, I'm very obvious and easy with mine.
Mm.
It's literally my first name and the first 2 letters of my last name.
Wow, that's so complicated, dude. I'm
Yeah.
not sure I could.
So imaginative.
And then mine is
And then
Izzy280.
there's the hardest of all.
What? Izzy280's easy peasy.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
should
I
be
did a shout out for his
tagline.
earlier.
Easy to remember. 280. 280.
So,
280. No! Siante, that's wrong!
at any point,
280.
will we be passing a mechanics shop? Because I need it.
Oh no.
Yeah, same.
We've not made it to 281 yet, Siante.
Where's our nearest town?
281 extra.
208 was a past iteration.
Yeah, 208's. Wait,
we-
that's long
Oh,
news.
we don't
Lightning.
talk-
208 was
talk
the
about
one that
that.
went insane, right?
Huh?
Al-
Lots
along
of them
with-
have gone insane.
Along with many others. I felt like I've massively overcomplicated this journey. Is it? Oh no, it's not. I thought it would make me do a massive U-turn.
Is he too? I got it, guys. Wow, that's gonna be like back in the ancient era. Jeez.
Izzy 2 was the one that failed and didn't even get going.
I'm pretty sure she
like, support and
exploded.
just- yeah, just didn't survive and just died.
Wait, which one was the one that imploded then? I thought that was 2.
That was 4.
No, the
Oh.
explosion definitely came first.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh well, let's fix it so it doesn't explode, but we overfixed it and then it imploded.
Yeah.
Izzy 280.
You're saying it wrong.
280.
It's. That was very defensive. You're saying it wrong there.
Yeah, because it's just wrong.
Is that a sore subject?
Why 280? Out of all the numbers you could pick, why 280?
It's my favorite angle.
Or 280. Yeah.
280 centimeters.
That's many a centimeter.
That's actually quite tall.
That's
Yeah.
really tall.
That's incredibly tall.
Is that good at darts? get 180, just 280.
Izzy.
Success.
Wow, what language is that? I'm gonna guess.
English.
No, Tva Hundra Atio.
Swedish.
I'm guessing it's.
I would guess
Well,
Swedish.
it's not Swedish, but it's Scandinavian. Oh, it is Swedish. Okay, cool. I can't remember which Scandinavian country you were in.
I have a badge now.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
I-
Sorry.
At the height training.
So Izzy is 2 feet and 80 inches long. I don't think.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
thought you were in Finland. That was why I was so confused, Lightning. Why'd you?
Yeah, but,
This?
Finland speaks Swedish in big parts of it.
Okay.
I thought Wait.
Because
What?
Lambert's also in
I
Finland.
live to confuse. Yeah, that's.
His wife speaks
accurate.
Swedish.
Ah. Okay.
That would make sense why it's 280 because that is a height 2'8".
No, it's not. Lightning is Lambert's neighbour. I'm not sure that's accurate.
I need more speed.
I have more than 2 feet. In height, I actually only have 2 feet in feet.
What? Yeah.
Don't you guys have extra feet?
I mean, we were having an experiment, but I didn't think we got that wrong.
Oh dear.
It was just the height we got wrong.
Is it 280 feet?
Oh, God.
I would love to live as far north as Lambert. Higher chances of seeing the aurora. Yeah, I want to go see the aurora in Scotland. There's only 50 people in Finland. Chances are pretty high. No, I think there's a few more people than 50. There's at least 80.
At least 52.
Choo choo.
Oh, that's
Yeah, the hype train. Level 1. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Get in there.
Only it was the hype truck. I forget.
If only I could tab out.
Tab out, but you might just crash.
At least,
Just
yeah,
do
there's
it.
280 people in Finland. Yeah.
I could
Exactly.
do it on my iPad, but it charges a big commission, so it's like, nah. I'll
Had to
do
be
it
even
on the
exists.
web.
Oh yeah, Finland doesn't exist. I forgot.
Denmark doesn't exist, right?
If you ask the Swedes.
Where's the evidence that anywhere exists apart from where I am right now? There isn't any.
Exactly.
Ah, so Australia is a figment of your imagination.
You're all a figment of my imagination.
Australia is the mirror universe.
I mean, to flat earthers, it doesn't exist.
No, I think it still exists.
I mean,
Uh,
it does. It
you-
does.
That
It's
does
just on
mean
the-
don't believe in
just-
Australia.
You just
Yeah.
drop off afterwards.
No, it does exist. It's just on the underside of the disc.
That's
You have to have
Where's
the
the
ground
evidence?
harness.
a good point.
It's the nether realm.
Cianto suggests where's the evidence
Sorry.
that even Izzy
Sorry.
exists.
Oh yeah, it is just a
sorry.
figment of your imagination.
Oh no.
That would
Sorry,
explain a
Stephen.
lot,
Those
to be
dreams
honest.
are all your imagination. There is no reality. It is all
Izzy,
just
Izzy is clearly
an image
biased.
in your mind.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody is biased. That's the whole point of existence, right?
I'm not.
I'm an extremely lifelike VTuber. You know, that would
I
explain
did
a lot.
study- I did study 3D art shaders and animation, so I mean, it's feasible that I created it.
Wait, Chris, did you create me?
This is getting weird.
Oh, whatever, though.
I feel like.
Explains how
Oh,
you
I need
managed to go
fuel!
for it.
Like it-
Sorry, car!
like it-
I need fuel more than you!
Oh, you need
It
fuel.
does explain.
Okay.
Does explain why he was talking really fast earlier.
Yeah,
Like, I think
you-
the algorithm is.
Yeah.
You shouted I need fuel after we'd passed the fuel stop.
I know, I didn't notice it was coming. Have you VTuber avatars gone too far? No, just Chris.
I'll wait for you.
Yeah.
Stop.
Sometimes projects get out of hand.
Izzy needed fuel, so we need to wait up for her.
Oh, I'll come and stop somewhere. 1 second.
Oh, try- oh,
Phrasing.
Oh, shut up.
Oh,
If I was created, I feel like you got a number of things wrong on this iteration.
Yeah. That's why you have multiple.
The height being one.
No, I don't know. I feel like
Why do
I
you
think
think
we
you're
talk-
at 208? Wait, no, that's not right.
you got it wrong.
You're awake.
Yeah, we do have a fuel crisis. Fuel difficulty. Let's put it that way. There's enough fuel. It's
yeah,
just
there's enough fuel. We just can't deliver
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Erectile fuel this time.
Bye guys. Thanks for waiting.
What?
Either we currently have a consumer crisis.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay,
that's
we're good.
Light squeeze. Oh.
Is that what you're transporting? Yes, we're taking fuel back to the UK. That's definitely what we're doing.
Just-
No,
just
we're actually
drop it
transporting
more.
milk.
Oh,
Well,
next best thing.
And somehow we managed to damage the milk.
Yeah, I know.
I could just imagine driving along and there's a small hole in the trailer. So
Just
so
slightly leaking
slowly
milk.
dripping out. Yeah. You've got like a trail of milk behind you.
oh, bruised milk.
What? That's not a thing. Didi, go, go,
It's gonna-
Didi, go.
It's going to end up being butter by the time you get there.
You can bruise a drink. You can probably bruise milk some way.
No, you're
That kinda
insane.
like me. You can bruise gin, so I'm sure you can bruise milk somehow.
You can't bruise a liquid.
You can bruise gin, it changes colour.
I'm gonna fucking bruise you in a minute.
Or fight me.
I will, don't you worry.
I'd like to
Sounds
see
like
how you
can't
get
reach
to
it, but I
improve.
hate you, hell.
Yeah.
If you damage the milk enough, it gets shaken. You can if you punch it
Milk
enough.
shake.
Butter.
I'm not saying you can't punch liquid. I'm saying you can't bruise a liquid.
Punch
If I
milk.
punch the milk hard enough, it becomes cheese.
No, that's not how that works.
It just starts rapidly punching until it churns to the butter.
It splits into cream.
Just picturing back in the old days before modern machinery, people were just punching milk into cheese.
No, they churn it. They don't punch it. Oh my god.
I mean,
the
same
same
thing but with
action,
one
yeah.
stick,
I
right?
mean, you say that, but they literally stamped grapes into wine.
Yes,
Yeah.
but the grapes didn't start liquid. They became liquid.
That was bad.
Well, the butter doesn't start.
Ooh,
Well, it does start like milk,
that's-
and then it turns into more like that. It's
That's
fine.
what-
Same happens with cider.
Okay, I've just realised why you
Yeah.
don't text and drive. I,
That's
just,
Did you
okay.
crash?
I slammed straight into the front of an oncoming car and rode it. Like, I kept going and it just went underneath. me.
Don't text and
I
drive,
just-
kids.
I just rode it backwards and I gained
Oh my
40% damage.
Oh my god.
Actually, an advertisement
Yo,
why you
they
should
got
not read
worse.
chat and drive as well.
Don't drink milk and drive, kids.
That's how you bruise your milk.
Start Jojo punching milk until you get an IDAR.
Google Trend.
Cheese wheel. What's an IDAR? Okay, Google, show me images of milk punches.
What was if you search up cheese, milk punch? Not cheese
Milk punch.
I feel like almost exactly what you think you're gonna get.
Milk.
It's like I just imagine just some guy just punching milk.
IDAR
Oh,
cheese wheels are
yeah.
from Skyrim. Oh, I haven't played enough Skyrim, clearly.
Or just coming home after a hard day of work, punching milk.
Wait, do you come home and punch the milk? Or were you working by punching milk?
That is not what I was
I like
expecting
how
to,
you squeezed the car into the wall there when there was literally an open lane that you could just drive through. There was just that.
So apparently there
Ah,
is
there wasn't a car there on
drink
my screen.
cooler.
Oh,
No,
wait,
indeed.
you're not talking to me. Yeah. Frustrated with life? Punch milk!
How
Oh,
about that?
milkshake.
How about that?
Just
Sometimes he does make me want to punch him.
That's not like a parody, like a Discovery Channel thing of just like, oh, hard day of punching
Yeah.
milk.
Or like a parody
sales
commercial. What, you
challenging.
know one of those infomercials? Have you ever blah 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 blah?
And punched milk is the greatest.
Yeah.
It's
Have
full
you
of extra
considered punching
electrolytes
your
due to
milk?
the sweat from the punches.
Oh, God.
I like my milk punched, not
Stirred.
Punched,
punched,
not
not
stirred.
stirred.
Well,
There's
no,
the James
wait,
Bond
wait.
crossover.
Wait. How about punched, not milked?
Punch not stomped.
We just
What,
need
you punched the cow and it
that's
just
the
starts
master.
Yeah, you punch the others instead of milking.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh.
Punch
kills
not,
the
punch
cow.
not, yeah, punch not stirred. Yeah, James Bond takes a swig and he's just got that milk mustache and does the rest of the scene like that. Brilliant.
Kills the cow.
Aggressive farming techniques, exactly.
Like Minecraft, like punch trees, punch cows, punch everything.
Yeah, that's how you get milk out of a
Where-
cow. You punch it.
Yeah.
What is your location?
Don't get
currently?
leather out the cow.
Yeah, we're on the road.
You got like speed boxes on the
We're
other
currently in
Really?
Belgium.
Okay, I'm
Ah,
gonna take a thing
Brussels.
to Paris. 'Cause
From
that's-
Paris to Berlin,
yeah.
I'm gonna
We
truck my
are-
milk around. It's gonna.
Izzy,
Oh
you're going the
no!
wrong way. You're going massively the wrong way.
I thought we were
We're
going off
straight
this
on here.
way.
Right, no, we're
Aw.
going straight on here.
I saw the
I'll meet
round
you
and
in
thought we were
Paris.
going this way.
Yeah, can I meet you in
Sad.
Paris? Is that a possibility?
Yeah, we're going to Bream,
probably.
and then we can probably
Bruce the
get
Milk
one
White
down
near
to
Brewster,
Paris
you
at
go.
that point.
But because Paris is the next place over.
Yeah,
The next best thing.
probably get over to Paris quite easily from there.
I am currently at 40% damage, so
Oof. I have trailer
I'm at-
damage because of
Yeah,
somebody.
I'm at 25
shouted.
damage.
I
Damage.
need to pick up my trailer, don't I? I took.
I
the jump
I
just left.
shouted so I scared you, and instead of doing the normal thing, which is immediately slow down, you did absolutely nothing.
I slowed down
will have
aggressively.
you know,
then
I was on full break the entire
Oh no, I was
time.
talking to Dee Dee, who slammed into your ass.
I was just punching my milk, alright?
No, that's not alright.
Oh,
Got
well,
a
there's,
bag of milk on the road.
there's the first.
There's a time and a place, Dee Dee.
Oh,
Now
there's-
is not that
there's-
time. Yeah,
there's
hey
another
Strats!
one.
Oh, God.
What do you think?
Okay.
I also have a new starting soon screen, but obviously, you can't
Do-
see it right now.
Do you
Oh
have
wait,
a new
I think I can
ending
flip to
now?
it. Hang on, give me a second. This is what stream decks are for, right?
I need,
Give me a
I
second.
Yeah, I need
need
to get
gas.
Spring Deck at some point. Alright,
Where is it?
I'm fine, but I'll top up.
Hang on, let's see if I can do this.
It'll allow Easy to catch up and sort out.
Think.
everything that you're doing.
Oh no, I'm not that far behind you, dude. Be right back, screens. They are a work in progress, but they will be done.
What about ending screens?
Oh, we have that
Yes,
stack
we'll
for
be doing
fuel
that
here.
too. Hang on, let me show you.
Come on then.
Strats, look. Isn't it awesome? Cats, kitties! I'm really happy with it.
Purely on Fizz today because I
Fizz. Fizz
I
up.
don't actually think I've drunk anything today.
Oh,
just-
nightmare.
Have I? No,
But yeah,
no, I haven't.
so we've
I
got a
probably
kitty
drink
up here. Beep, 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 beep. And we got a kitty down here. Boop, 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 boop.
I'm blaming Izzy for my lack of drinking.
What?
Because I usually drink
Possibly.
a bunch because I go to the gym and stuff, but I haven't been because I'm now going to do it around the running.
Ah, that's not my fault.
I'm back.
No, it is though, because you convinced me that you
Ready
doing
to
the
go.
running.
That part's my fault. You not drinking
Yes.
is not my fault.
Yeah, but it's because of.
No. Oh, I was drinking. Give me a second, Jams.
Go.
What
You're
the
right.
fuck?
The AI being
Having a look-
idiotic here in front anyway, so you're alright. We've got
Little
time.
water break.
Chris, you got me another grand.
Yay.
Are you helping the fuel shortages? No, we're actually transporting milk, Strats. So, I mean, yes, in a way, we are helping the fuel shortages.
Are you?
The interesting
That
thing
doesn't sound
comes
like what you
when,
think it sounds like.
I
the
don't. How...
fuel tankers that deliver the fuel run out of fuel. That's going to become the interesting time.
Milk. Yes, milk. Milk! Yes, exactly. Milk makes the
milk.
world go round, exactly. Oh my god, real kitty! Real kitty's by my feetsies!
I came here to kick ass and punch milk, but I'm all out of milk.
What?
Could you fill up the car, please? Semi-skimmed or full fat?
Oh, oh,
I love it.
I'll go for soya, please.
Oh,
Soya's not an option!
oh.
Well, I'm lactose intolerant, so
Yeah.
We're only dealing in true hardcore milk here.
I just merged
Well-
with a lamppost.
Good job, Knight. Good job.
We're a pro lactose tolerant coffee
I,
shop.
I just hit it so hard. I entered it, spasmed, and the spasm shoved me out again.
Will you
And I
stop
only-
swerving like a
And,
dipshit, Dee Dee?
and I only gained 17%.
I have concerns over your driving capabilities. I may need to revoke your
Oh.
license.
Oh,
Like
license
that.
anyway. Well, the first thing when I got into a golf
I-
cart
I-
for the first time, I drove it directly into a ditch right outside.
Nice.
I left it there, got a new one.
What are you, a GTA player?
I was like, what?
I was at a golf cart for like a photography thing, and I just like picked up a golf cart. Never known to drive in my life. Just drove it into a ditch and left it there, got a new one. Like,
No, not the milk
someone
license, the
else's
driving license.
Go forward.
Yeah.
DD is clearly drunk. Yeah, he's drunk on the milk he's transporting. That's clearly what's happened here.
So something you do in a video game where you just go get just be like someone else's problem there.
Ah, DD!
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I am really sorry.
Oh dear,
saw
I just
your
always
head.
need to stop.
I've been there the whole fucking time, DD!
Oh, there's tolls over here as well.
Literally for the past 5
Is
minutes!
your throat okay, sir?
I've been alongside you consistently for the past 5 minutes, man! And then you decide to fucking squish me?
Left side at the toll station, you don't have to stop for.
What is your problem?
You, and then just see
No,
your
you
face
can't.
go whoop.
Why do you think my face did that? Because you squished me between you and the...
Did I get... How much did I give you?
She's screaming so loudly, she's not being picked up by this.
Don't worry, my streams,
Quick,
my
someone
stream
clip
can
it.
hear my screams.
Someone clip it quick. We could use it for the trailer.
In DD's defense, he didn't see you as his lights were off. I don't think that's a good defense. That doesn't make it better.
Yeah, my lights are off.
Wait, was CD in front or behind?
I was slightly behind him, but I was alongside him.
Yeah, and I saw
you
you,
hit people?
and I saw the car in front of me, and I was like, alright, I don't think you're next to me too much.
You said you saw me, and then you decided to come into my lane.
I saw your face, but I thought you were further away because of how mirrors work.
What? I was so alongside you, I was like next to the back of your cab. There is no way you could have thought I was that far enough back.
And also, we don't
clearly
actually
did.
have mirrors. We've got cameras.
I mean, you literally did the exact same thing to me last week, Izzy.
No, I didn't. Where's the evidence?
I have screen as evidence.
I think there's two
Do I need to
streams.
pull up the VOD?
No, I think you were actually more substantially back. I did cut you off, but it was with the back of my trailer.
Wait until I get there. It's going to be absolute chaos then.
Evidence you didn't go into his lane. No, I did go into James's lane. I think it was a turning that I was late for. Yeah, I definitely veered into James's lane, and James was
So-
still there.
So, because...
But I
we're
wasn't
not going to
alongside
get-
your cab at the time, James.
I currently can't afford 50% damage repairs.
Oh
So
no.
I've only got 17k, so I'm just going to deal with it. Because I'm determined not to go below 0.
Oh no. Oh
At least
no.
I'm far away from you now, so I can't hit you.
You're not that far away. I can still see your ass.
Oh, shit, I'll just have to get closer. I'm so sorry.
It was like you did it intentionally.
No, I saw the car in front of me slow down. The AI just randomly slowed down, so I had to turn.
You didn't. You could have also slowed down.
Yeah.
No,
There is
the
this
AI
thing
just
called
stopped.
a brake.
Oh no, Lightning! You're not vipped. Oh no.
I forget about brakes.
I'll have to vip you in a minute. Unless
You
there's,
can tell I don't drive.
I don't know, Stretz, are you still here? Do you have the power to VIP someone? I don't actually know.
I've
Or
got
just
the power.
do permit name.
Oh.
Exclamation mark.
The link
name.
gets deleted for all of us but you, Lightning.
Wait,
so we
wait,
can't
let
see
me pull over, hold it.
Yeah. The link is 3 stars.
Okay,
Yeah.
I pulled over. Wait. How do I do it?
it. Slash VIP and then space and then the name.
Wait. Slash Vips. No.
VIP.
We just see star star.
I
Yes,
can just
exactly.
do Vips. Slash VIP.
And then name.
catching
Is
up
that
to you,
it?
James.
Oh god, I'm scared.
I'm every time.
Unable
every
to add
time-
VIP. Okay, yeah, I can't add VIP.
Okay.
I'll just
every
I'll do it in a
second you're
second.
not running, I'm getting closer.
I can show
I'll do it in a
VIPs, but
second. Yeah.
I'm unable to add VIPs.
Yeah, I think it's only the channel owner that can do VIPs.
Yeah, I think so. What do you mean it shouldn't be VIP? I think I've got it on the... Yes. VIW? What?
Very important woman.
Which? Very important which?
important witch. Yeah, I'll work it out after.
The AEW EVPs, extremely violent.
Extremely
people.
violent people, yeah.
Love
We were watching AEW today.
that. What, Rampage or Dynamite?
We watch both Dynamite and Rampage on Sunday evenings.
Nice. It was good.
Hmm.
Good stuff.
The crowd were pretty.
What does that mean?
I thought they were alright.
Yeah.
A bit disrespectful. They kept shouting the "what" chants, and someone literally held up a sign in the women's triple threat saying it's the beer break match. Like, what an asshole.
That's
I thought the what chants were funny.
I don't like the "what" chants. They're the worst.
What were they saying where they chanted a whole sentence? Because I didn't catch that.
That's Daniel Bryan's indie chant. I'm scared. 1 second. We got a little worried about James's wobble. It's,
Because Taz even commented on it. He was like, I've never heard to chant a whole sentence before.
It's Daniel Bryan's gonna kick your fucking head in.
Oh.
Ah,
Yeah, it's gonna kick your fucking
Nice.
head in. It's basically, that's what he says. It's along the lines of that, yeah. It's his indie chant, basically.
that's good.
okay, so by the time I do this job, I might be able to
kick his
repair
fucking head in.
some of my truck.
It sounded longer than that, not gonna lie.
I can repair that.
It's something along the lines of kick your fucking head in.
Not all of it, just some of it. I won't be able to.
But we all know that Izzy is the MVP of Izzy's streaming career. Maybe. I am the one
Oh.
who is
Engine turned off there,
front and
right?
foremost for it.
Did you ever finish Simulacrum?
Most virulent propaganda. I did finish Simulacra. You also were right in its pronunciation because
Yeah. That's because you
um,
missed out a whole vowel.
maybe it was because I was thinking. I was relating it to
Don't
the
do
one
it.
that Stretz commented on, Simulacrum. The
Simulacrum.
To update your connection. Take a look at that.
What's in the background?
All that. No, that's fine.
oh, you
Yeah,
said the
I
word
thought that.
propaganda, Cianto. You've called Lightning. Lightning is the queen of propaganda.
Yeah.
You cannot say propaganda in her presence
I-
without.
I think that was the Simulacrum.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
No, Simulacrum was is like a thing in D&D. I think it's a spell.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or have you just ignored the letter again?
No, I definitely did not.
Okay.
Oh, everything.
There goes the engine.
And yes, I
Wait,
did
wait,
finish it,
let's go.
and I plan to play it again tomorrow, so I can try a different
Which
playthrough.
ending did you get?
I think it took over the world. Kind of was the idea.
Oh.
No, you can post it in memes and links. 100%. Go for it. You still have to show your virulent propaganda. I currently don't have any propaganda for myself. I'm pretty sure Chris has made propaganda against me multiple times.
Probably.
Well, no, I mean, it depends how you view it. There was the one time
Does
I
it?
photoshopped Izzy's angry face onto an Inquisitor 40k and said something like my law is absolute or something. I would say that's pro Izzy, if anything.
I was thinking about the Stellaris type memes.
Oh yeah, the same face but giant behind a planet, yeah. That one.
Yeah.
That was good too. No, they're all on your side, generally.
Okay, if you say so.
Genuinely.
Yeah, the genuinely, but
I remember them
Are
making
you
something during the Stellaris run or something like, we will never surrender unless it's Izzy, in which case we always surrender.
We have to.
Due to that one time you ended a war, like, purely had won it, and then you clicked the surrender button. In
Yeah,
the
I'd
terms
won the
screen.
whole thing and accidentally
pressed the
pressed
button
full
by accident.
surrender. I thought
No,
it
for
meant
whatever
they needed
reason,
to
the
full
game-
surrender, but it was me
Yeah.
full surrendering.
Well,
It literally,
yeah,
I think the game should have grayed out the surrender option at that point when you have, like, properly won.
100%.
Or at
Like,
least
like-
go, this is full surrendering. Are you sure this is what you want to do? You're winning, you idiot.
Yeah, when you
Well, there's no reason someone would do it,
thing
and it's
in
like,
EU4, it
Yeah,
warns you.
most
Yeah.
people won't do it. So
I
I'll
was
tell you what,
confused,
Right,
damn it!
Unconditional surrender. That's
if
the one.
anything, your entire
Yep.
nation would be like, wait, we just lost so many lives and killed all those people to surrender. What?
It
And
should
then
be
they'd
like
do
your war advisor next to you, like taps you on the shoulder, like as you hover over it. Are you
your
sure
entire
this is what you
government
want to do,
usurps
boss?
You, just
Yeah.
throws you off the throne, just like,
You-
you're
you-
clearly unfit.
it's like accidentally signing the wrong bit of paper.
Lightning, yeah. We often talk
Tick the
about
boxes
making
which apply:
propagandas.
surrender,
Yeah.
white peace, or
Yeah.
enforced
Win.
yeah. Oh, I
quite
ticked the
funny.
wrong box again. Damn it! Now they're gonna process that paperwork and they're gonna assume they won. And now,
oh,
it's
darn
the
it.
thing.
Talking of ticking the wrong box, that is why my benefits got cut off for the past 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, somebody ticked the wrong box.
Oh no. That
That's
sucks,
fine. We
dude.
got screwed over by car insurance for a similar type of box ticking incident.
We still need to call
Okay.
them.
Yeah, gotta do that tomorrow.
Also, when
ourselves.
we tried to claim benefits, before we got jobs after uni, they unfortunately forgot to update our new address and sent our packet of information to our old address, and then when they didn't hear back from us in a week, cancelled our application.
Oh yeah, they do stuff like that, and you have a month to reply to them, but they can take 3 years to reply to you.
Mm-hmm.
I had that at one point.
Yep. And I was like, why didn't you call or email or you have literally so many methods of communication for me. And I would have told you,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't receive a packet of information. Can you confirm the address you sent it to? You dickheads, that's my old address. That's how it would have
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, pretty
I need
much.
to follow up my heater. My radiator doesn't work and it's cold.
Oh, yeah.
It's cold up north.
Milk with bits in. Oh, no!
No.
You
Yes.
can generally buy thick milk.
Isn't that just cream?
Yeah!
No. It's thick milk.
The weird one I saw the other day is milk comes in a bag in some places.
Oh,
Yeah, I've
yeah.
seen that, yeah.
That's like wine or something.
Boxed milk. Yeah. Just like boxed wine or whatever.
I love cardboard dough.
Once I get to where I need to go, I will find the video about thick milk and put
Air
it
comes in a can. Well, you mean compressed air?
Yeah, compressed air.
No, compressed air.
In water in a can.
Watering can?
Water in can. not
Watering
water in
can. To water your
Watering can.
plants?
Although there was somebody that sold sea air in a can.
See,
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
As in air from
literally
the
they-
sea.
Yeah,
Oh no.
they literally sealed a can near the sea and sold it to people.
Well, I mean, people will buy anything. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and people
Yeah.
bought it.
Tetra Pak milk is elite. I put milk on my apple saplings the other day. What?
milk. Oh,
Milk on saplings? Care to explain, Lightning?
So your trees get healthy bones.
Oh, no.
They need their
Tree with
calcium
bones.
too.
Tree with bones.
Milk and water helps to get rid of fungus. So was it diluted milk?
That doesn't sound like much.
Just a skeleton.
Yes, also for the healthy bones.
Hey.
Truly cursed, Chris. It's like
But
a
you're
poke
missing out
tree.
on all the fun guys.
Oh,
Just
nightmare. That was a
it's got
bad
good
pun.
bones.
Yeah. I was hoping he got overlooked and drowned out, but apparently not.
Organic farmed bones.
Organic organic bones.
I grew these bones organically.
Free range bones. Come on.
Free-range bones.
Give me 10 minutes while I try choosing
What?
ice cream,
What-
then
why
I'll be
is-
here. Milkshake's joining!
Why is
We
pretty
are
a
literally
bad
I,
word?
I don't know. You can allow
Why
it
is-
for me, please.
Yeah, wait, I'm breaking.
I'm sorry,
breaking.
I love the fact you got free-range
What?
bones and caged bones.
Why was
Battery
pretty?
bones.
Like, I love the fact that like boned I kind of get, but why pretty?
What options do you have for ice cream? Milkshake will help you decide.
Oh, I had a whole tub of ice cream yesterday.
I mean,
It
if
was
it's not mint
bad.
chocolate or just chocolate chip or something, then
Vegan
Nah.
ice cream.
Oh, get out of here.
I had slim I had like slimline ice cream yesterday. 370 calories for a tub.
We have Ben and Jerry's in the fridge and freezer,
Yeah.
and I may, I may be required to get some later. Because I already fucked up my entire intake for today, so I might fuck it up more.
Yeah, it's cheat day. It's
I'll
fine.
fucking
That's
do
what
it
I
again.
That's basically what I do. I mess up my calorie intake, so I just go, fuck it, it's cheat day.
It's
I
the
don't
day
feel
I'm
bad.
fucked. Yeah.
It's
Oh my
like
god!
Tues-
Lightning, I can't read that paragraph!
Tuesday is now my cheat day.
Milk and water
because
helps you
it's,
get rid of
Super Tuesday at
powdery,
Powdery mildew.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, so I didn't
know
add
what,
water
right.
down the milk as much as I recommended. But sunlight reacts with the protein in the milk and helps kills it.
I feel like I should know this as a biologist.
Fake.
I'm not a fake biologist. I'm
At this
just
point, you are.
no. I'm closer to an ecologist than anything else. Which
A what?
an ecologist,
Somebody who knows stuff about eco.
Oh,
ecology. But yes,
that makes sense.
eco the game.
Yes.
Wow,
It's
you're a
actually very-
biologist. Name all the mushrooms. No, honestly, Lightning. I'm way more interested in animals than I am plants. So
And all
yeah.
the animal
Plants,
species,
yeah.
every
All-
single one,
every single one. Wow, I can't.
down
There's
to
too
the
many.
tiny little insects that you can't even see.
There's too many.
They
However,
really do.
I do know probably the names of a load of creatures that your average Joe probably wouldn't.
Name every cow.
Yeah, go on, name every cow.
I can't name every cow.
See, what's the Latin name for a cow?
It's probably bovine something.
We
Bovine
now
cow
have
and
to
it's-
Google this to see if she's right
Or
or,
is
not.
bovine pig? I can't remember.
Oh, we're going with
Bovine's
it.
cow, pretty sure. I learned that
I'm
from
pretty
Destroy
sure.
Humans.
I'm pretty sure bovine is cow.
Both-
Name every variant of COVID ever released.
Well, there was COVID, COVID 2, COVID 3.
I also remembered that I
Four?
forgot to clean the spray bottle it was in. Oh no!
Covid Alpha Bravo Delta Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID tier list.
Everyone's looking forward to the new release of Zeta in February.
Oh, God.
That's fine. I know a lot of
Don't-
absolutely random
Two extra movies.
animal facts,
Go on,
which can be quite
hit us,
fun.
Hit us with a random animal fact.
One of my most random animal facts is that an adult human could, like, swim in the arteries, or some arteries, of a blue whale.
Oh, that is a fun fact.
I'm not actually that surprised by that.
Yeah, they're massive.
Alright then.
Imagine it like a water slide.
Do you know which species of dolphin is the biggest?
The big one.
Oh, yeah, somebody knew it. Orcas.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be killer whale. Yeah.
Yeah.
The big
Just
kind.
people don't really associate them with dolphins.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but they are a type
tend
of
to do it with
dolphin.
Whales, don't they?
Yeah, they are a type of dolphin.
Yep. Blue whales are big boys. Understatement of the year. But yes, Nathan, they
Why
are.
blue whales are not green whales?
That's the kind of hot tub stream that Twitch should have. What? Random cat facts.
I've always said dolphins.
No. What other cat facts do I have for you? So in the big cat world, you can either purr or roar. You can't do both.
No. No.
No.
It's true.
No.
It's true.
That's
you can't-
bull.
Yeah. You can either
That's
purr
bull.
They can do a growl type thing that
Big.
sometimes sounds similar to a purr, but it is not a purr.
I was going to say, I've heard a tiger do something like it.
They kind of do a thing called chuffing.
Yeah, I've heard that.
All that's done is made me imagine a house cat roaring now. It's a really small roar. But, oh, are you hungry? Yeah, I guess. Go feed you now.
Yes, I got
Have you validated my facts enough, Knight?
Yeah. Oh,
I love how Knight is real-time fact-checking me.
how about that?
Night.
How about that? Izzy,
really
who
crashed.
spent fucking years researching animals, knows some shit.
Everything suddenly went dark when my engine turned itself off.
Yeah, it does that.
I was mid-corner and suddenly I couldn't see the corner anymore.
So cheetahs can purr, but they cannot roar.
They meow.
But okay, yeah. So I'm also checking this randomly at the same time, but that's apparently because they're the largest of the small cats.
Yes,
Cheetahs.
correct.
Yes,
But they are commonly lumped in with the big cats because
that's because they're a big
reasons.
They're larger than other cats.
Cat. Again, displaying infinite wisdom.
Oh
Almost
dear.
limitless
Large
house
lads who are at
operation.
least the size of 2 cows. Oh, 2 large cows, definitely. I do love how Lightning's put, I'd be very upset if I found out that I can't in fact swim in the whale's internal tubes. Not all of them, but some of their largest arteries, it is said that you can because they have like a diameter that is like a person could fit in.
Is this a case, another case of we haven't done enough research in this field, but we
What
have
is
a good
the
guess.
I mean, I don't think they specifically, injected a human into a whale.
Like what is the average diameter of a whale artery? Do we know that?
No, I don't have that information in my head.
'Cause
Sorry.
I kind of want to know.
That's why I said average humans, Yando.
I
can-
want to know if I could fit in one.
I can
And-
tell you.
I think, I reckon a meter. If the diameter is a meter, then your average person could fit in. Lightning's volunteering as tribute to be tested and injected into a whale.
Average Whale.
It's
Fake
way
biologist. Oh.
Boo. Leave.
Here's another fact for you. So cats can usually retract their claws. However, cheetahs, who are a type of feline, cannot. No, what?
No, that's me agreeing.
Just
Not-
refuse.
You agreed by saying no!
Yeah, because no, they can't.
Okay. But why? It's because they basically need easy traction for their speeds on land, because obviously they accelerate fast and they turn fast. They're very speedy boys. And having their claws retract would not be beneficial to their speeds. This allows them to grip into the ground so they can turn easier.
I require
When at
more
speed.
random, like a really random animal fact.
That makes sense,
Really
indeed.
random.
What, me?
Yeah.
We have a right.
Let's see.
I can volunteer with one. I can give you one.
Okay, go for
I
it.
just can't move. Please move.
I can do owls sleep on their stomachs because their heads are too big.
I'm not entirely sure it's because their heads are too big, but I did also learn this recently because of a
Yeah.
picture that someone posted somewhere, yes.
Yeah, it moves in the
Right.
So you know when cars refuse to move when you're too close to them in this?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. So this car refused to move, so I made it move.
Yeah. you
I've
can
been
find
doing
out
that.
about
Yeah.
I just slowly went forward. And
James and I had an epic excursion last week trying to make a load of cars move because they'd boxed me in.
We must have spent about half an hour in the same spot,
Yep.
just slowly
Yep.
maneuvering the cars around
Yeah,
to be able to get
for me to
out.
try and get through them, yeah.
I've got 6 trailer damage and 60 truck damage.
Oof.
You did alright though. Only
And I repaired
Yeah,
before
it's
it
because you
left.
were at the rear of the collision.
Izzy, box, box, box.
You managed to do double damage on me that you did my trailer and my
My tyres aren't red.
truck.
Like
My
I said,
truck's-
I'm fine.
Yeah, my truck's at 21%, my trailer at 17%, and my goods at 1%.
How much did you get? 'Cause that was a 41k trip.
I will tell you in a minute because I'm just pulling in.
I earned 39k and my repairs are 34k, so I made 3k.
Nice, but you made money.
You make
Made
2k
money.
because you also have your petrol.
Oh yeah.
What
so
about toll
12K.
roads?
What's the status of your goods? Ugh.
1%.
Your eyes are tired instead of your tires are red. I mean, it's close. The status of my goods are
Good.
milky.
Quick
Oh.
churn.
Milky. So milk severely bruised. Shut up, Lightning.
Liquid.
That's good.
I'm not appreciating this callback.
That's good.
I am severely lost.
Very upset and leaving a bad Uber review. What, the milk? Can milk leave a bad Uber review? Also, I'm not an Uber.
Apparently, a blue whale's heartbeat can be detected from 2 miles away.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
They do be big boys. So have a big heart.
They want to love everybody with their big heart.
Yeah.
That's what you mean, right?
Yes, definitely. It's definitely.
I knew it. Ah! Oh my god.
Delivered. How much do I get for this? Good work. Show results now, please.
Oh, I probably should have gone then.
40k.
Hey, that's pretty good. That.
Yeah, I only lost 2k and I leveled up.
Bad about the hit.
Lightning just said with that information, Knight, she's now gonna go detect them and then find the forbidden water slides. Be right back.
Forbidden water slide.
It's not a water slide so much as a liquid blood slide.
I've literally
Okay.
found a thing that says, unsurprisingly, blue whales have enormous arteries which pump blood through their massive hearts and into their vital organs. These arteries are so big that a fully grown human could swim through them.
Yep.
Not that you should try it.
Aww.
Especially after reading that, I kind of want to try it.
That's why they had to put it in the article. Not that you should try it, because they knew everybody was gonna.
It's like
Imagine trying to cover that
having a-
liability. Just
it-
really.
It's like having a massive red button and someone says don't press it.
First thing you do is press the red button.
Yeah.
So Lightning has immediately put down angry face. That article isn't my dad. Can't tell me what to do.
I made 30k on it because it's only 10k of repairs.
Right, let me go check my repairs. I just made 52 grand, but I just need to go check my repairs.
Oh, you didn't have
So
any
even though
damage.
I caused the most damage to you guys, you have made the most money.
Yeah.
Say again?
You didn't have any damage to your goods then. You got the full price
You
for it.
take big money.
Oh, but my trailer was damaged. I'm sure it was
Yeah,
damaged.
trailers and goods are different.
Oh.
Oh, are they?
You can have trailer damage but 0% on your goods and you're fine.
Nice. Knight, are you okay? You sound like you're ticking.
You know the thing that happened last week with that truck that sort of blipped into existence?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that just happened directly next to me.
It
It
does
was
happen.
slightly scary.
Oh, yeah, but you didn't scream as loudly as I did.
Oh no, because I didn't see it straight away.
Oh.
I saw it. I sort of saw it as it left my screen, and when I watched it in the mirror, sort of spaz into existence.
I see. I did 5k damage, so I basically made
You made the most
45.
money out of everyone then.
woo. Welcome, Milkshake. Oh. Oh, there he is.
Milkshake, hello.
We just transported milk, by the way.
I'm eating ice cream.
Oh,
Ooh, ice cream.
sad.
I want ice cream.
What time is it?
8:40.
No, I meant in-game, sorry.
Oh, 5:20 a.m.
So I can't buy a truck yet.
Nope. We can do one more job and then you can buy a truck.
Damn it! I have too much
now
money.
unlocked the thing. I've had an 80k.
That's
I
a
could
that's a
probably
sentence I
upgrade
haven't
my
heard
thing
in a
and buy
while.
truck now.
I have too much money.
Oh,
Thanks.
I have almost 400k.
Just,
people
just
don't
go
have,
like
Spain, do
upgrade
they?
your thing or thing.
My truck is like fully upgraded.
Not your truck, your other one.
We can go
the other
to
thing,
Lienz in North Austria.
By a guy.
Paris.
That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I have to wait for
Paris.
daytime.
Come to Paris.
We are in. Oh no, we're not in Paris.
Come to Paris.
Oh,
Other jobs Paris.
Aren't we near
over.
Paris?
Yeah,
it's
you're like
next town over.
401k.
50 miles away.
That's Le Mans.
So I can't buy a truck or people until time. I want a truck to then hire a people to drive it.
buy people.
I said hire. I literally said hire.
Where are
Okay.
we
Bye.
talking?
I'm buying a truck. I will probably end up somewhere. Give me a minute. I will.
I'll get back to you.
To Las Vegas it is.
Well, the truck might be somewhere else.
Usually you respawn out your garage, don't you?
Los Angeles is where it's gonna end up.
I can
Los
take
Angeles.
hot
think.
chemicals to
Think.
Lienz. Lienz? No, Liz. Linz.
Hot
Linz. That's how you
chemicals.
pronounce it. Linz. I worked it out in the end. 61k.
Let me see if I've got anything better. Hang on.
Ali.
Yeah.
Let's fast travel to Stuttgart and take a 162k job to Upsells.
Ali.
162k.
Sorry, someone saying Paris. I'm hearing Upsells.
Ali.
Uppsala.
I need social interaction. Come to Paris.
Oh, here's Las Vegas. I'm in.
Did I win?
I haven't.
I
haven't seen
I
anyone in
effectively
ages.
dropped off my cargo. If that means I win, then I win.
Got a 98k job to Joe Con.
Now I'm looking at other jobs.
No,
Yeah, I don't have
Ali.
any. The only place I can go to is like southern France.
Drive.
Or we can go to Belgium. Do you want to meet us in Belgium?
Lienz goes through Paris. Or right next to Paris.
Why don't you come to Jokaping with us? With me.
If you've got one that goes through Paris, then go for that one because this one circumnavigates and goes
That's
to.
the wrong
Palul.
Okay,
I won.
Where's
I
Paris?
did win.
No, it goes past Paris.
Yeah, my job goes past Paris as well.
yeah, just sort of make a sort of divert.
I don't have it any near Amsterdam today.
I have just signed it.
I could go all the way up to Sweden though.
Set it in
Yeah, that's what I was
GPS.
thinking of doing.
Ugh.
you want
Who's
to
got the
go to
lowest
Sweden?
Got
level?
cat hair all over me.
Oh yeah, mine's quite high.
I do.
I could go to Istanbul apparently.
I thi-
Jesus,
I
that's
think-
far away.
Do people have level 2 on the badges at the top?
I think I'm level 9.
I think so.
Because that's what my job is.
The
Level
Nibbles
2 on
trying
the
so
badges at the
hard.
top.
My 60% energy.
Right.
Okay, no, we're good.
I am taking the job now, so people can pick it up.
Oh my
Where are you
god!
going
Lienz in Austria.
Oh, we could have gone to Cambridge.
to? That's an okay job, yeah, it's 67k.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
we'll,
I
we
will.
can go.
I
Right,
wish I
okay.
could get 67k from a job. I think the most ever I've ever had is 30k.
Yeah, it's the long
Sounds-
distance stuff that gets you more
Yeah.
money on your jobs.
mhm.
Because you actually do longer
Lots
jobs.
of money.
That was the wrong
It's all about the money,
What
money,
was this
money.
What?
You don't care about you.
What did I just hit? I hit something.
What?
I'm not sure what.
Was it the ground?
No.
Did they tell you which hot chemicals they are? I don't think so.
No, that just says hot chemicals.
F6,
Hot
let's see.
singles.
Yeah, it says hot chemicals, 20 tons.
Yeah, 20 tons of hot chemicals.
Yeah, it's a bit
The
weird, isn't it?
AI is broken.
Can I be broken?
Have you seen this, James? Yeah.
How is that excellent?
The AI is never happy.
Okay,
That was rather
So,
close, that's fine.
let's see how expensive it's going to be to repair my truck.
It's the VAT that made the Joker. Off you go. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, how much do we think it's going to be to repair this truck?
19,000.
I am currently at 63%.
That's going to be about 72 grand.
40.
I'm liking 40 a bit more. Let's bring it down a bit more.
I'm gonna quickly run and grab a drink.
I have 29k to my name.
Have you checked
Yes,
it yet? How much is it going to be?
I don't know yet. I'm working on it. I currently have my
Oh,
hazards on.
Lightning says £2.50.
I like that. How do I turn off my hazards? Okay, like that. No.
And Cianto says 69. Obviously.
Nice.
What
Shake,
was
do you
I
want to
think?
take a job on our teleport?
Yeah, I was just going to
Oh,
read that
I
out for
already
you, but you read it.
won.
Yeah, I see it.
Because you said you were going to be in Los Angeles.
It makes me feel
And I
like
can
my
teleport
chat's
you.
active, so I've got it next to mine.
I can pop.
It's quite sad, really. Okay, I've turned off my hazards, finally.
Guys, that's fair. Should we do another group shilling session?
Group shilling session.
Yes, where we shill our streams.
Chill?
Yes. Promote.
Oh, okay. You should know you shouldn't use fancy or big words with me.
Shill is smaller than promote!
Yes, but it's fancy.
No, it's not. Shamelessly mention is kind of what
My-
shill means.
my-
pretty
my-
much.
plug.
My head
plug, yeah.
went straight to shillings rather than...
I think that's where it came from.
Oh. Netflix and chill your streams. Um, why is
So-
Paris so big?
What?
Because it's
I have
big.
returned.
We're doing another group shill session, James.
Ooh.
But nobody's elected to go first yet.
Group
It's like they don't know how to shill.
Did it first last time.
Group share
Nightmare! Where can people
Hello.
find you?
at twitch.tv / nightmare6543.com.
Nearby you.
TV/.
I
I
think
thought you fucked up without like.
And for those of you that couldn't hear that, it
Thanks,
was
James
James
Trailer.
KN.
So let's go this way for a minute.
You can find me at Overboard Games. Board games being the cardboard kind, not the board. As in
Overboard cardboard games. Got it.
Overboard cardboard games. No, God damn it, it's all ruined. Cardboard kind.
As in over board games rather than over
Yeah,
board
rather
games.
I just killed someone!
Well done.
I just killed someone!
That's not something you announce. You don't announce that. It's
That needs to be
This
like a
will be
follower,
used
like,
out of context.
yeah.
I just annihilated a driver. A completely.
I've been
completely.
trying to
Oh
find
my
your
God.
followers down to ages.
crime.
I just want to
Use the hot chemicals. Dispose of the evidence. Yeah. Melts their entire vehicle, including them. Nobody'll know. There'll just be a puddle on the ground.
Oh, this is actually a roundabout. Maybe I should
Drift
slow
round the
down
roundabout.
for this.
Drift round the roundabout. Drift round the roundabout. Nice.
Weird
Oh
roundabout.
dear.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a roundabout at all.
But
Oh,
it is.
and for those of you that didn't know, because I didn't finish
No.
mine, I
No,
am in
plug-
Z280.
Like in your own stream. In your own stream.
Oh, but I'm also plugging in your stream.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of a
What-
group
what-
shill, because
what
we've got
should-
4 streams open right now.
True.
Don't forget to use your Prime sub.
Yeah. Yes.
How do I do? How do I do? How do I do?
Don't forget to use this most months. No.
I need to figure out how to cancel subscriptions. 'Cause
You press the
Twitch
cancel button.
Yes, but I can't find it. Twitch just tells me that I. Well,
Yeah,
and
there's
just-
like an active
oh,
subscription
right.
page.
Yeah, top right subscriptions and active subscriptions.
So I was reversing at top speeds, and when I needed a break, my engine decided to stop working.
Why would you be reversing at top speed? That's
Because
the
I'm-
worst speed to be reversing at.
Because I missed the turning to go repair my truck.
So you just went and damaged it more. Good job.
Yes, by about 5%. Okay, so
We mentioned this earlier. When things are going wrong, Knight just doubles down.
I'm all in.
Never gamble, please.
No, please.
Oh, that's not too bad. I guess Izzy wins.
It
Why
probably
do I
doesn't
win?
repair all of it, and it just
No,
puts it at
no,
the max price of what you
No, it
have.
does.
Why did you say Izzy
trust
wins?
me, you can go very much into debt through repairing. I've done it before.
Okay.
It could be because you were the closest.
Yes,
Oh.
You said 40,
What was your-
didn't you?
Yeah, what was your
It's,
damage?
It's 32.
Wow.
Ooh,
That's
I was
really
close.
cheap. I expected
Yeah.
it to be a lot.
It's because his vehicle's cheap, James, remember?
Right, Milkshake, lead on.
I thought you was going to say it's because he's cheap.
Oh, like that as well, but.
Oh, you took the
Basically,
bullet.
only costs
Yeah.
280.
You see,
£2.80.
Dodgy repair shop to repair it.
See,
They only
I
half
don't-
repaired it.
I don't want to go into debt, but it's only 3k, if that.
His vehicle is sheep? I don't think that's what we said.
Cheap.
You don't have to acknowledge the murder.
Oh,
Well, if you don't
okay.
acknowledge a murder, then it never happened, right? That's how it works. Pretty sure.
Technically, you should get a fine for it, but we turned that off in the settings.
Oh yeah, you only get fined for murder in this game. And yeah, I also turned off the settings for getting fined for going through red lights, which is how I murdered that guy, was jumping a red light.
And the fines for speeding.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure if I was doing that at the same time. I probably was.
God, my radiator just turned on. It's far too hot in this room already.
Yes,
Turn it off.
reminder to top off.
This is a new truck with no fuel used.
Toggle murder
Don't
fines
drive.
is an
Yeah,
interesting
yeah.
mechanic. It's not specifically called murder fines. It's called collision fines, I think.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
you
good,
need
fine.
to put some new tires on.
As I said, new truck.
Yeah, I believe he just went over that
James.
milkshake.
What happened
get a
was
flat
there
tire,
was a
it's not
slow
my
truck in
fault.
front of me, so I braked the truck.
Ah, right.
I'm just like covering all my.
Oh shit!
hindrances.
I didn't see that car there. Sorry, car. I'm
Yeah,
really
you're right,
terrible
you're
with
right.
Anyways.
cars today. It was
Oh,
fine.
no.
We only gave it a slight kiss.
Yes, did you murder that person?
Yeah, I was
No,
following the
not that
convoy leader. I
person.
assumed
I
the cab
murdered
was
someone
big enough for two
before.
trucks. Apparently, it wasn't.
There's a helicopter! Please don't crash. Oh, wait, there's an actual crash. So the helicopter's here for the crash. That's like a supercar! They pulled over a supercar. Rude.
Yes, I have noticed something by the way.
You they pulled
What is
over.
this?
Whenever
I
you follow
think
me,
they
I never
are
tend to lose the
crashed.
convoy.
Rather than pulled
I mean,
over.
the convoy follows you.
Yeah. It's a weird experience to actually get people around
Is it
me.
this way? Yeah. I think it's this way. Yeah.
Oh no, choices.
Yeah, you can't
you want
lose the
the left
convoy
hand.
if you are the convoy, Milkshake. It does make it harder.
You see this? I have lost the convoy while leading in Euro Trip before.
That's a good point.
I did say it's harder.
Follow the GPS.
Oh,
and you-
I'm in debt. I'm
Good.
in negative.
Good job. We all knew you could do it.
Well, yes. Well, that was why I didn't want to go into debt because everyone knew I could do it.
Yes, do you like cheese?
I've been around 300k in debt before.
Do you like grated cheese?
Milkshake, don't go down this road.
I have 0 loans
I
now.
dread to think what's going to come after grated cheese. I'm intrigued.
Punched milk.
18 hours on this delivery, so we we'll get to the delivery in the middle of the morning.
Don't kill yourself, man!
I wasn't expecting punched milk. Grated cheese.
Were you not here for the punched milk conversation?
I was, but I wasn't expecting it after grated cheese.
Oh. Well, cheese and milk are closely related.
Yeah, but doesn't it come before grated cheese?
It's what happens when you pummel the milk. You punch it hard enough,
I-
it becomes cheese. You punch it a bit more, and it becomes grated cheese.
Exactly.
Well, first it
No,
becomes
no,
yogurt.
no, but I asked what comes after
Hang on,
comes
I'll
after
find out in a
grated
minute.
cheese, and the answer.
I got red.
It goes back to punched milk.
Yeah, it just does a full cycle, and then you have to do it again.
Where are we going?
Lienz in Austria.
We are going to California.
Can I go there?
Just suddenly you
California.
And a man appears and punching it.
Austria. Where's Austria? Oh, there's Austria.
In Europe.
Where's Austria?
Central Europe, in the Alps.
Oh! Shitting fuck!
I can go to Munch.
It should.
I think you mean Munich.
No, munch.
Munch it.
Moinch.
Especially as I'm going to go pick up a jug for milk apparently. So
It's now buying
I think-
function.
I think I'm about to take back the milk you brought.
But it's bruised.
Do not Google milk pummeling. Yeah, please don't.
But Google milk punches. No.
Milk punching, I think, was what we Googled earlier.
Oh, I googled milk punches, which is a drink.
It's a drink. I did not
Yeah,
expect that.
Yeah, I was expecting to see someone punch
And
a
if you
part of the
do-
milk.
If you
but-
do end up Googling it, make sure Safe Search is on.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh no, turn it off, way off.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
for it.
Live dangerously.
Don't blame us, blame Dee Dee.
If you, I want to know what you get from.
Oh,
Then you search it yourself, you lazy bastard!
What?
They weren't happy with the bruised milk.
I mixed. Oh, I've got donuts.
Oh, donuts! Do you know, I thought I smelt donuts the other day and I was really disappointed when I didn't and I couldn't have any.
I think that's like the worst my attention span's ever been. I was midway through a sentence saying,
Whatever you were saying.
And then, literally out of the corner of my eye, I spotted his punnet donuts I was given. And I was like,
And then
"Ooh."
said, ooh, donuts. We were there. Yeah, we heard that part.
Oh, I've got 3% damage already.
I think I was there as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
What
this
gave you
is
that
like- I should
knowledge?
have nice things.
This story seemed very familiar to me.
You get a bit deja vu, did you?
Yeah,
See, that,
kind of.
I think that past date is today, and I've still got 4.
Past date, do you mean best before date
So-
or sell by date?
No.
Used by
but-
date.
I mean,
Used by
best
date, yeah, that's
before
another
is fine to be over.
Expiration date.
Used by date
But-
is not fine to be over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, whatever it is, it's today, and they're a bit odd. So,
A bit odd.
I'm gonna take
Like
them for the
quite a mean
team.
donut. It's gonna-
Lightning
Well,
says
well
eat them
done.
quick or they're gonna bruise.
Yes.
I'm gonna take them for the team and eat all 4. So.
What? That's not
Those
taking one for the
slow
team!
tactics.
That's actively taking them against the team!
I
It's so
mean,
much-
they do squirt blood when you punch them.
How do you consider slower traffic do you think?
Jam.
Ah!
Jam donuts.
No.
Yeah, jam donuts when you punch them squirt
No.
I
blood.
feel quite speedy if I'm
They're
completely
just ring
honest.
donut.
Do you
Doing
like
30
your-
miles an hour.
Whoa, whoa, the world is ending. Milkshakes feel speedy.
I do feel
This world
speedy.
is ending.
We're currently doing 30
Why am I
miles an
dying?
hour or 50 kph, and milkshakes like this feels like
we moved on to
speed.
punching donuts now. Yeah, I think we're punching everything at this point.
Maybe because there was a
tasty
side
though.
slower traffic keep right, so I'm
I
like, are we
have
slower traffic?
eaten whole packets of donuts,
No. This is the opportunity we have to overtake if we can go faster.
but I am trying to put weight on, so
You can have some of
Do
mine
you
if you
like
want.
your donuts punctured or unpunctured?
What the fuck?
Largely depends if it's a jam donut, because one of those is going to go really badly.
What is
I
a
mean, like,
punctured
almost-
donut?
One with a hole, one with a hole.
yeah.
Do you mean a ring fucking donut?
Punctured or unpunctured? You heard
A
me.
fucking ring donut, you bastard!
Unpunctured donut versus punctured donut.
I thought all the
No!
chats are calling it.
I know, that's why I backed off. Wasn't going to go
A
toe to toe
bagel's
with
just
DD
whole
again.
punched bread.
Yeah,
Is it?
whole punched
No.
bread.
Well, it's more
Punched.
whole punch dough, isn't it?
Punctured Donut is the name of my death metal band, says Lightning. But don't worry, at this point I'm pretty sure she has about 20 death metal bands.
Wait.
Laugh, oh god.
Oh.
Would be a good name, I think.
You can't
I
do
think that
to
was what
me,
we were
like,
getting at,
af-
Milkshake.
After I take a massive bite of donut, I'm gonna end up dying.
Not as much as Dee Dee's dying every time he joins a conversation with
Death by
us.
donut.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
I just laughed too hard, I just couldn't
Poor
take
little
turning.
sap nerds.
You missed the turning, you...
Oh no, our choice.
Ah, and their new single is called Bruised Milk.
Oh, we can't floating crosses.
Oh god. I am so glad I decided to stream tonight.
Oh. Oh.
The other
Don't
thing
worry,
to do
we'll
is
always
if
keep it
something's like-
interesting for you.
If something's like an entire sentence long, you can be like,
Unicorn!
that's the name of a new Fall Out Boy song. After
Yes.
that fantastic album of just like freaking sentences.
They were basically sentences. What was it? There's a reason these tables are numbered. That's a song, isn't it?
Yes, I believe the word honey is on the end of that as well.
Oh yeah, honey, yeah.
My
There's a
outtake was
reason
numbered.
I'll asked us to change the name of this song.
I didn't hear that one.
There's a few others.
Piss. I
We're
got
trying
the
not to crash Unicorn, and we're having absolutely mad conversations.
We are
Bruised milk,
punching
yeah, we were
milk.
talking about bruised milk, punctured donuts, what else have we been talking about?
Don't you just hate it when you take a bite of like an iced donut with that icing on the top, and then the icing comes off and gets stuck to the roof of your mouth?
And
No.
it goes everywhere.
Have you ever considered eating the iced donut upside down, Knight?
Like,
You have just exploded his mind.
You ever considered rinsing your donut?
I realise I haven't had a donut in a
Oh
really
yeah,
long
forbidden
time.
water slides!
Yeah,
That was also a
right.
topic of conversation.
Forbidden
Oh.
water slides, that's the
Nice.
name of a song or a band.
Yeah, is that in your death metal band as well, Lightning?
I want to see that in like scratchy death metal like font style.
If
Be
you
a whole
puncture the
album.
forbidden water slides, do you get blue whale donuts? No.
Oh my god.
Just
Other-
imagine
others-
we go
so we're
down
doing
the
a
shelf
convoy.
of the whale.
I was originally not in the front, but apparently I'm now in the front. It's the name of the SoundCloud album!
Yeah. Yeah, the leader went the wrong way. When he was laughing
Yeah.
too hard, he missed the turning.
Yeah.
We don't need to go east.
I think that was just a convenient excuse. I think he was just a bit of an idiot.
No, I just couldn't. I genuinely couldn't see it.
Also- Knight, are you still actually alive?
no, not really.
No.
I didn't
What?
like it.
You didn't like it! Why not? Talk us through it.
It touched tongue.
Yes, that's that. Of course it's going to touch your tongue!
I don't like it when
Ew,
food
my-
Wait,
Yeah, my food is
Right,
touching me.
Is it fuel?
No, I'm good, thank you.
I like my food when it doesn't touch me.
No, the whole point is that because the icing tastes really good and you want it on your tongue, therefore you eat it upside down and it doesn't get stuck to the roof of your mouth. It's
Yeah, it probably
genius.
tastes better.
Does taste better. You know, you get iced finger rolls. I used to eat those upside down.
It is
Iced what? Eclairs?
No, finger rolls
No,
with just
you can
white
eat-
icing on the top.
Yeah,
Not
white
hot dogs.
icing or also pink icing, which has
Yeah, they
jam in the
sometimes have
middle.
pink. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm not
How long are we just driving? Probably for.
We
Uh,
end up
until the end of
16.5
this.
hours on this delivery.
Yes, it's not real time hours, but yeah, until the end of this
that's
delivery,
nice.
we'll definitely be going.
Yeah.
I've got to test this
not
theory.
bad,
How
no.
far could you hear the heartbeat again? 2 miles.
2 miles. Yeah.
Food in my mouth touching my tongue. Refund, please.
It got stuck to the roof of my mouth. I demand a refund.
Santa says with all of Izzy's
Goodness.
shouting, I'll end up deaf before
no.
I ever find a blue whale.
Oh my god, Milkshake
Accurate.
just killed a truck.
We need to go west.
Milkshake just
Okay,
crossed 3
there
lanes
is no
into a truck. That was on
Official
the side of
upside
it.
down that I can think of though, Lightning, for Pringles. Pringles you can eat either way, surely.
That was
Yeah,
horrendous.
but they mold around your mouth better upside down.
I saw a sign saying.
I feel like I've been eating them upside down my whole life because I'm not realizing it. Because I just ate them the way that made more sense. Which is to the curvature of your tongue, right?
Yeah.
Right
That's
behind you.
upside down.
Oh,
Oh, is that upside down? Since
I
when?
went faster because I had less friction with the other traffic around me.
Because in the tube, they stack the other way.
Oh, I don't
Just eat
fucking
them
know. I
anyway.
just eat
I'll
Pringles
go
the way I
for it,
want to
fine.
eat fucking Pringles.
I
Yeah.
have
Eat
no
them by-
damage on my truck, so I think you are lying.
I eat
Chris.
them in
Mistake.
batches.
Check your speed.
They're like
I have this
4 or
problem
5 at a
with
time.
It
Pringles
goes traffic
where
light.
if I open a tube of Pringles, that tube of Pringles is now
I make
gone.
Yeah, most
Sim-
people have
Simpson in
that
my
problem
chat.
with Pringles.
Simpson in my chat says it makes duck lips with Pringles. I've never done the duck lips with Pringles.
Yeah. I've never done
I have been known to do that one time. I didn't enjoy eating it after that though, because it was
that.
too spiky.
When I was young, with bourbon
It
biscuits, I
was.
used to split them up into 3 parts, where I would take the top off, I'd lick the middle out, and then I'd eat the bottom.
I still do that with both bourbons and custard creams.
Right, I've never done that. I feel like that's a new thing.
Nah, that's pretty much everybody. Every kid has done that
Yeah.
at least once.
Yeah.
It's
everybody-
basically the way that most people talk about eating Oreos. I used to do it to bourbons and custard creams.
In Australia, you don't need to eat upside down.
I remember doing the hula hoops, putting them on your fingers.
Yes. I did
Yes.
that as a kid.
Classic.
And
Where do I put my drink?
the Haribo ones.
Yeah, yeah, I did
Haribos.
the same with the Haribo rings.
Mm.
I know Haribo.
Oreos
I
aren't
know some
edible.
back.
They are.
With Jelly Babies, I used to always bite the head off first.
I just munched the whole thing. Bourbons are elite. Oh my god, my parents brought some with them to Finland. Yeah, bourbons are really good.
Bourbons are great.
It's like seeing that.
You
fucking
like the
tier list
cookie
set.
on the Oreo more than the icing? Interesting. Do you know, I'm not a
Biscuit
huge
killer.
fan of Oreos in general. I prefer
never-
biscuits.
Okay.
I've eaten Oreos, but I've never dipped them in milk like the advert suggests you do.
I've done the milk.
Mm.
Yeah.
I
They're
don't
very
like-
dry if you don't.
I don't like
Yeah.
getting like biscuit bits in my liquid drinks, so I don't dunk anything in
I,
drinks.
I also don't drink milk just as milk ever.
True.
Oh, I
True.
like drinking
I
milk
do.
by like the pint.
Yeah, but you're not lactose intolerant, are you, Dee Dee?
Yeah.
Whoa, you're getting real close to me.
Yeah,
I also really enjoy.
Alright. I realised I did pull back over.
Yeah, it doesn't
I was-
feel that good, does it, Dee Dee, when someone just decides to take up your space?
I
Okay,
was
I s-
putting my drink down and not looking
No,
at
I
the
don't like
screen.
bits in milk. Bitty milk is horrendous. I don't like bits in any liquid, I'm gonna be honest.
UK TV told me the optimal Dunkin' time is 2.5.
2.5 seconds.
Izzy,
I don't
what
know if
about
that's right.
soup?
Do you have a
Do you really
stopwatch
hate
that you?
I'm not a
hold
fan of
check
bits in
that you
soup
get it
either.
right?
I like smooth soup.
Like,
I
That's
love
interesting.
minestrone soup.
But she does like
like-
chocolate
I-
chips in milkshake.
That
I
is
like
true.
minestrone soup. That's a good
Ah,
soup.
Yeah,
so not
minestrone.
every
I love
year
white
like
chocolate
this.
more than milk chocolate, or I think you mean dark
Dark
chocolate.
chocolate.
But yes,
Dark
um,
chocolate.
And
I
also ice cubes in drinks.
I'm very keen on dark chocolate because that's the only one I could eat when I was young.
You
yeah
like sucking
Yeah,
on
it
ice cubes. Or
has less
crunching
milk.
on
no. Smooth soup is just hot water. No, it's not.
it. Smooth soup is just hot
They're
water.
completely different because they've got ingredients in them that aren't water.
What? What
It
have I
is
missed?
flavoured water.
What have
No,
I
it's not
missed?
It's
flavored
still water.
water.
Tea is just soup.
Tea is just soup.
Yeah, no, that's
Tea
fine.
is-
Yeah, it's just dark chocolate in English, but that's fine.
You guys are saying.
I knew what you
Yes, it
meant,
was.
so. Hot water with little
Fishy
bits in it,
flesh.
therefore it's spicy water.
Wait, I can revert
Spicy
progress.
water.
You
Pretty
can revert
bad.
progress, yeah. If you've
No.
done really badly in your
No.
convo, you can just completely ignore everything.
So I'm
I've
saying-
I've lost 24 grand. I'm a revert.
My
Go
my
for
mum
it.
makes a really
Yes.
good parsnip soup, and that is fucking gorgeous. I love it.
Uh,
Yeah, mine's gonna
it-
say I've
it's-
lost
That
it-
car, that
Is
car.
it-
Is it a thick
God.
soup though?
It's just a car on the outside.
Is it what?
Is it- Is he just smashed into a car?
Is
I
it
did
a
a little
thick
bit.
soup?
Yes.
Good. I keep
Dee Dee, I see you in my mirrors, you prick!
Well,
I
one
keep,
did.
I keep
Thanks
meaning
for the
to make a
warning.
white sauce, like pasta.
To be honest, I wasn't paying attention and I almost slammed into the car in front of me as well.
I am just dead.
Okay, I've got 2 more donuts to eat.
Um,
You don't have to eat them, Knight!
I do.
I love that mid-crisis update where he's like, I have donuts.
My
I'm
partner made
hungry.
leek and potato
Appar-
soup,
I-
but really,
I
really
had a
smooth when I had
I
free
had a
wisdom
really
teeth removed.
healthy dinner, and now I'm
With cream
really
cheese.
ill.
Just look how pretty
Nice.
it is.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
I'm-
that
Oh,
collision
this is pretty.
didn't spawn in properly for me, and it has literally glitched my truck to the point that it can't move.
Oh no,
I'm feeling
Jams!
3 donuts because
Milkshake,
I'm
what is your
sad.
speed?
60.
What? Why are you
Okay, it's
sad?
50.
Because I had
Not 60.
healthy dinner. and now I'm eating donuts.
Policeman.
And
But
eating
now you're
donuts-
sad about eating donuts, so you're eating more
Which-
donuts.
Yes. Yeah.
I can drop down to 50 so you can catch
It's
it.
a cycle that is
That would
not
be
fun.
cool.
So, this journey that was going to be big profit, about that.
Nightmare's just disappeared. He's given up.
Can you
Yeah,
just do
yeah, I've given up.
toe to somewhere?
It's
Yeah,
more
I
a case
have.
of my attention span has
Yeah,
gone. and I can't
I
do it
have
anymore.
towed to somewhere, but it's only 21k. But yeah,
3 wisdom
I'd
teeth
be
removed
really
is
good.
definitely the
I've got
scariest
a-
part.
Thank you,
yeah, I've
Milkshake.
had wisdom teeth removed.
Now we can
I
only do
haven't.
It's not
55
fun.
to.
I have.
Previously, we could only do 50. I promise you, that was the scope
Nice.
of it.
Finish your goddamn donut.
No, that was mid-bite.
Yes, finish your goddamn donut! I went in expecting only 1 to be removed, but the dentist said, screw it, let's take them all!
Screw it,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
going
I
all
had-
in.
I had 4 removed due to not having enough room in my mouth for them.
Overcrowding, yeah.
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 Oh, no, I
You see,
think
I've got a freakishly large mouth. So,
Thanks for that.
Literally,
You're
I had
welcome.
one of my canines came out forwards rather than up.
It goes in quite proportionate with my freakishly large body.
I was gonna say, you just are
Yeah.
very large in general.
Yeah.
I have
Just
13
that
hours
massive
left.
thing.
So am I behind or ahead of you guys with 13 hours left?
Very
Okay,
loopy.
we've got
Came out
12
very
hours and 48
loopy,
minutes, so you haven't got too far.
rattling my teeth in a little container. Oh, I remember your you had on Twitter so many times about how you had teeth in a little circular thing. Yeah, I remember you've been talking about your teeth for a long time. And didn't you put your teeth in your shrine? That's gonna sound really weird to everyone else.
What?
Oh, you want me to go straight across
Shrine-
here? Oh
teeth of the
god,
shrine
they
god.
are not... Okay.
Oh, in the cabinet. Okay, fair enough. So they're not in your shrine yet. That's fine.
I'm down to the large donut.
I'm glad I managed to slow down for that. I didn't
It was
realise that
cheaper
wasn't
for
my
me
right of
in the
way.
long run.
I've eaten
Yeah.
3 so far. I'm
What
about
about,
to
like,
start
there's,
the
like, a
4th.
journey for you?
There's a special one? What's the special one? Also,
This
do you
is
mean like a
mentally
pendant with like
difficult
a
to use.
container clasp thing in it so it can
Not
hold
usually.
things? Or do you mean like drilling through the tooth and putting it on like a chain? The shrine is full of magpie feathers.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful ribbon.
Oh yeah, you get like
It's
those
sounding
tiny
more-
jars and then you have like a tiny cork inside. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It'd be pretty weird
What,
to go
the-
through it.
The kind of thing you put ships in.
Yes, but really fucking tiny so it can go on around your neck.
Wait, you want to hang a tooth around your neck of your own body?
Ooh, look at this.
Yes,
lake.
that's what we're talking
That's
about.
There's a lighthouse.
Simpson, I was asking that as well.
Oh, yeah.
When my dentist took it out, he showed it to the nurse and was like, "This is a weird tooth. It has a baby," and laughed. So what, does it have like an extra segment to it that it shouldn't? Is that what we're getting at?
Yeah, I don't think I'll catch you guys because I'm being taken a country route now instead of
that's-
No,
highway.
you're ahead of us,
Oh.
James. Like,
Oh, am I?
look, if you press M, you'll see.
Yeah,
us.
we're slightly
Oh.
behind you.
I'll slow down then. I was speaking to catch up with you guys.
No, if you keep going the same speed, you'll like literally like hit us exactly.
Oh yeah, I've just seen you appear on
Yeah.
my radar.
Got lucky. You were pulled ahead instead of pulled behind.
Yeah.
Rare.
Yeah, I'm
Rare
thinking
occasion.
like a little tiny like bottle thing like this size,
Any idea?
and then you can have it like liquid and you can have it like suspended in liquid.
I thought the south was the other way.
Wisdom teeth have roots. Yes, all teeth I believe
I
have
think-
roots, but the wisdom teeth ones they have
I'm
4,
now
right?
pulling down onto your. highway.
Imagine an
it's,
extra root on the side, but upside down.
Because I can't anticipate these things without a GPS, you know.
I'm confused.
Yeah, but there are also signs to read.
Yeah, exact. The next on-ramp was for south, but it didn't say if it was on the left or right. It just said arrow forwards.
Yeah, I'm just entering your area, your highway.
Why do
Oh,
all
you're
of these
just coming
things-
behind us.
Nice.
Here's
Yeah.
brakes. Look at how pretty.
You can probably catch up if you go real fast.
Yeah, it won't take long to catch up.
Ah, car! You fucking piece of shit! Blue card and hit you swerve in front of me. Holy fuck.
Yeah, they do that. It could be
The,
worse. They could pull a molar and be like, "This thing looks like a fucking longboat." Yeah, I
You
guess that
know
would be
you
worse.
have the truck that closes the lane. That just spawned in front of my face. There was no time
Oh!
to react to it.
Guys,
nothing. It just
I'm pulling in
appeared.
for petrol.
Okay, I'll
Yes,
catch
what
up
are you
and
doing on
probably
fuel?
top up as well. 'cause I've
You
got
can send it to me if you want.
Mostly fuel.
Lightning. Don't forget, I did a biology degree. I've seen lots of
Yeah.
weird shit.
Yeah. We got past the growth stage long ago with the biology degree.
Yeah. The nurse
I'll
and
top
I
up
had a
as well,
moment of
why
just
not?
staring at the tooth in the container and rattling it to see the
Yeah.
side bit. Yeah, that's cool.
8% damage on the goods. That's annoying, but it is
Not
what
the
it is.
worst.
No,
Shake 'em up. I'm once again
I-
asking, what is your speed? Because it's 60 done, you know.
I was
15 now.
probably gonna be down
on,
It is
on,
now
on,
50, yeah.
on
30k,
my
35k on this delivery
Trying to
in
catch
total,
up.
with the repair.
This
on
petrol
my
station is your job. It's eco. Ecologist.
Pigs.
No, it's fine. Don't worry
Follow
about
the
it,
speed
Lightning.
limit, and
It's
then
interesting.
I speed to catch up.
Come on. We were talking about forbidden water slides earlier. Like, this isn't exactly that different.
Dang.
It's a chill stream that we just chat random crap.
Yeah. Do you want to see my skull? Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I
That
don't know
is
why, but I
my
just feel like I'm sort of
favourite
ripping their head
thing to do.
open. It's like,
I have an X-ray of my arm somewhere from when I was 4.
That's cool. I've only had an X-ray once, and I was like 2, and it was because my mum thought I'd swallowed her ring. Spoiler alert: I hadn't.
I have had many an X-ray.
I've had one X-ray, and that's because I chipped my finger whilst throwing a rugby ball, which I then continued to play because I was throwing it with people that don't know how to throw a rugby ball, so they basically threw it down. I went to stop it from hitting the floor so it wouldn't bounce off in a random direction. It hit the floor and went straight into my pinky finger on the joint, and it chipped the bone, which wasn't fun. I then proceeded to keep playing with my left hand for 2 hours.
Because you're an idiot.
I have
Yes.
dyspraxia, which is also known as clumsy child syndrome.
Yeah, I've heard of dyspraxia.
I was
It's-
walking up the
It's in
stairs.
the same family as
fell down.
dyslexia, isn't it?
Yeah. I fell down 3 stairs and broke my wrist.
Nice.
I was in Cyprus and I was told to hold on to the seesaw and not let go. So I held on to the seesaw and broke my elbow.
What?
And then when I was 6, I was on the monkey bars. I just swung on the monkey bars and my arm went crack.
You should stop being places.
Yeah.
you haven't had enough milk.
Yeah, he's lactose intolerant. Yeah.
I was checked for if I had enough calcium in my bones, and they are very strong bones. It is weird that they are breaking with the amount of calcium and stuff they have in them. They
He's a
should
reckless
be
party
very
animal,
solid.
that's the problem.
That
James
was
should
funny
stop being
that,
active. No, I think he did that,
yeah.
but not on purpose.
I did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that almost 10 years ago.
Have you broken a bone since then?
No, but I
Then it
have
worked!
torn a muscle. I have torn a muscle since then by turning over.
Huh, that's impressive.
Yes.
Milkshake, we can go to speed limit now if you want. I cut off ages ago.
That's close. Oh,
My,
very close, James.
But look at these beautiful
Oh,
buildings.
did I cut across someone? I haven't
Extract
got
his
to you.
brain and transplant it into a transformer.
Oh, I don't understand sometimes. We were doing like Mac
Nice.
10 through the countryside. Look at this beautiful, look at that beautiful. Now we're in the city. You're like, all right, let's crawl.
Oh,
and
that's
do the
true.
same thing.
When I
I'm
went
like, I
to
don't
when I went to a
understand.
dentist a number
no
of years ago, they
consistency.
did take an X-ray of my jaw. I
Oh, yeah,
didn't
okay.
see it though. But yeah, so okay, so they have taken an X-ray of my jaw a few years ago. I forgot about
I
that.
once ran into a twig and thought I had it been implanted into my forehead at one point.
Were you a unicorn for a very short space time?
I was a kid and I cried a lot because it hurt, and I felt a bump in my head, and I thought it was gonna start growing roots.
Yeah, you were gonna become a tree. That's exactly what
Logical.
happens.
Next step, yeah.
Yeah. That is the stuff like kids will
Yeah, that is really interesting, Sianto. I've never had that though.
I've-
How many kilometers more? I don't
Yeah.
know. We've got 10 hours left of our drive.
I don't know.
453 miles.
454 miles, yeah.
There you go.
Let's pick that back up.
I don't know what that is in kilometers. Sorry.
No.
When I was
you have to times
Look
it
how
by 8 and then
pretty
divide it by 5, and that will tell you how much it is in kilometers.
Oh,
Or I could just not.
You
Well,
can
no,
do
I
that
can't-
yourself.
I can't do math. So, well, I can do math. I can't do mental math.
I'm not doing maths on stream. You can do that bit yourself.
Ah,
there
Lightning,
was,
you've got different times of wisdom teeth. That's cool. Like,
wow.
here's the wisdom tooth progression. That's pretty
Okay,
good.
on to donut number 4.
Depends on how long
I
the
had,
blue whale arteries are.
Lots
Yes,
of
it comes
X-rays on
up.
my teeth when I was having braces.
Say again, James.
I had lots of X-rays on my teeth when I was having braces.
Fair enough.
It was like every 6 weeks I was back in there having more X-rays.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that is pretty cool that you got to take
I
pictures
feel
of
like
them.
these roads need more traffic, to be fair.
I feel like
I've
I
been
have
looking-
broken bones or like fractured
Oh, yeah,
bones,
I have
but I've just not
broken
known about it.
Countless fingers and toes that I've never even bothered to go to the hospital about.
Oh,
because
yeah.
They don't do anything with them. They
I've
just
broken
strap
this-
them.
Yeah. The amount of fingers I've strapped is stupid.
And I did have a fun one with my wrist where it didn't show up on the X-ray, and they had to inject me with radiation to see it.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Did you become Spider-Man?
No, sadly not.
Oh,
Damn
it's-
it.
That
Whoa,
would be
train!
fun.
Look at that train!
Oh
it
yeah,
can be-
the train that's
That's
literally
very
looks
tough.
like
That's
it's
so
just
cool.
crashed.
I've got a really short half-life, so it doesn't matter.
I'm
really.
jealous. I want to see a train.
Yeah.
Well, we had
Radiation
one earlier
injection,
where
yeah.
We went, over a train went over the head and you could hear it. It was
Oh, no,
all I
this
could
is
hear
just
for a
a-
little while.
You sure we need this exit?
That was really good, man.
I think I've broken everything that's too small to properly break. Okay.
I was contemplating.
Oh,
my life
shit!
in this case.
I was turning off here. Damn it. Please don't rear-end me, cars.
I remember when I was a kid, I was gassed for the dentist instead of doing needles.
Okay, what do you mean by broke your head, Unicorn?
That
It's
was
a bit-
so fun. Being gassed is the best.
Fractured skull.
It's so fun.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I fractured my skull. I have a bump on my head.
I've cracked my skull open before.
Yeah.
It's impressive. Like a coconut.
Yeah,
Like
basically.
a coconut.
I fell down.
Did your milk leak out?
Concrete steps. Yeah,
So your
concrete
bruised
steps and skulls don't go hand in hand.
No. You've only fractured your personality. How many times?
Oof.
Fractured personality. That's a fuck.
Was the milk bruised and didn't give enough calcium? Yeah, that's why people are cracking bones, yeah. To be fair, I cracked my skull when I was at uni, and I had freshers flu, and I was properly out of it and super dizzy and had to answer the door. And there was a workman, and he'd put his toolbox down, and I basically passed out and
Onto the
smacked.
toolbox.
Yeah, I smacked the top of my
Oh.
head straight onto his metal toolbox.
But is that your fault?
I passed out!
Yes, for passing out.
Yeah,
It's not
but
your fault.
no. But that object wouldn't have been there normally.
Huh? Oh no,
You-
I didn't
you-
open the door to him. My flatmate did in the end.
Oh, okay.
I just love the idea of Izzy just opening the door like toolbox.
Yeah.
The thing was, it was really weird. So, I'd been asleep for over 24 hours at this point, which only came about and I only figured out afterwards because I thought it was the same fucking day. Anyway,
Oh,
and my flatmate had opened the door to this guy, but I'd heard him knocking and didn't hear anyone get up because obviously I was slightly delirious. I was in and out of consciousness basically. And so I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to get up and let this guy in. Oh my god, what is this? And so it took me absolutely ages to get out of bed, and I had to brace myself between my door frame. Like I had to brace myself on the wall, and then brace myself on the door frame to be able to open the door. And then I had like one arm either side of the door frame, keeping myself up. And then I noticed that the guy was already in, and his toolbox was like sat down just in front of the door, basically on the ground. And I remember thinking, although I only remembered this about a couple of months after it occurred, but I remember thinking, oh, I guess that means I can go back to sleep then, because he'd answered the door and I didn't have to do anything. And next thing I knew, I was waking up from the ground.
Yeah,
Surely-
I have passed out a couple of times and it is not fun.
What kind of counter-earth do you feel?
But I'm
I
pretty
just find it
sure
interesting-
I just
saw a
stopped
sign.
keeping myself awake. And my brain was like, oh, I can go back to bed, and just immediately conked into unconsciousness.
Looks like you can, but you don't need to.
So did
I
that
just
make your
don't
skull?
feel
Did it make it worse
anxious.
then, Izzy?
What?
How much worse did it make you then?
How much worse than what? I'm confused. What?
Or you were
Did it fuck-
concussed.
Did it fuck you
Right.
up any more than you already were?
Yeah.
I was probably concussed. I had the paramedics called out on me, but the thing was, I was suffering from really bad flu. So the the questions they were asking me was, "Do you feel nauseous?" And I was like, "Yes, very." But I was nauseous before I fell and hit my head on the ground. Okay, cool. Are you didzy? Yes, but again, I have flu. Okay.
All of the concussion symptoms you already had.
Yes, exactly.
I know you just saw that, James. I really did not know how I survived that.
Jaw
What was even
unhinges.
better
Yes.
was the fact that I
What?
somehow managed to survive the car that you crushed.
So
I just
so yes.
bumped up onto the curb and got round it.
The only thing
Sorry,
that
sorry,
happened
what
was
was that?
because it took months to heal properly. The only
Yeah.
thing that I do remember was probably a couple of months afterwards. I was playing a game with one of my mates on Xbox, and I remember like not doing so well and being super frustrated. So I like turned to like look at him and I can't remember what it was doing, but like you know, fake cry into his shoulder, almost like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. And I smashed the top of my head where I'd got the bump right on the tip of his shoulder, and oh my god, the pain. It was more painful than obviously when I remember doing it, because obviously I didn't remember
out
hitting the
in
floor.
camera.
Yeah, exactly. And like, oh my god, now I know what blinding pain means. I knew my eyes were open, but I couldn't see anything because my brain was only computing ouchies.
Yep.
There's only computing punched milk.
Yeah.
That was it.
Don't remember at all how I broke my coccyx. I have
Oof.
zero memory of it. I just remember being at the top of the tower and then being at the bottom of the tower.
Yeah.
I feel like I've
Izzy.
damaged my lower back somehow.
Yes.
Probably
Do
what
what?
happened in between.
Izzy, do whales bruise?
Yes.
Would they go purple in there if they got a bruise?
I mean, they're quite bluey anyway. I don't think like
Alright.
the thing is though, you can only see it on our skin because it's like a discoloration, and it's way easy to see obviously on paler skinned people than
Yeah.
other. So with a
What
lot of
about
creatures,
albino?
they
Yeah.
either have fur or scales or, you know, really thick skin, like for example rhinos. So it would be really difficult to see the bruising, but it would still be there underneath the skin.
What if they are albino?
I don't care.
Same probably.
Then you'd be able to see the bruising. There's no difference for bruising.
But albinos
do
are
the
more
whales?
pale, therefore you might see it easier. Right.
I can relate to a certain degree from accidentally hitting the fresh piercings and my vision turning white for a moment. Yeah, it was that, but for probably a minute or so, I could only see like whiteness. And
The
oh my
black
god.
dots just before you pass out.
Oh no, it wasn't the black dots. I
the-
could see
the-
white,
the
just
fuzz
straight
and
white.
stuff.
No, I quite often get the black dots whenever I stand up, and I just have to
Oh,
stand there
yeah.
for a little while and hold
Oh,
on to
yeah,
something, and I'm like,
I get that.
yeah, I'm.
I get
not
black
gonna go
dots
over,
occasionally.
I'm not gonna go
I-
over.
I get it where I'll stand up and my vision just decides to go. It's like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna
I get the black dots. I'm like, ooh, sparklies.
I'm just not going to stand here for a second till it goes and hopefully
Yeah.
it'll fall back into my chair.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hold on to this door frame. Don't mind
Yeah,
me. I'm
yeah.
not gonna go.
Do you know the
anywhere, I'm
interesting thing
alright.
is whenever
Completely
I've had
normal.
the black dots, I've never been in danger of actually passing out because
I have.
I'm just like, ooh, black dots, and I'm already back to
Well,
like normal.
Mine's more of like a static thing.
I have
like-
done it where I've got out the bath and I literally staggered to my bed to make sure I had a soft landing,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and then I just landed on my bed and I just came around a few minutes later and was like, oh, okay. Carry on. Yep. happens. I'm
Normal
used to
day.
this. This
Your
happens
vision
all
was
the
white
time.
and one division's was red. Seems like vision comes in multiple colors. Yep,
That was a car because I wasn't paying
definitely
attention.
true. I've passed out more often than I care to remember. Huh.
Yeah.
I pass
That-
out
that's
at the
kinda
end
funny
of
if
every day.
A lot of people have it undiagnosed, but mine is diagnosed that tall people have something called POTS, which is literally your heart speeds up because your brain is starved of oxygen when you stand up.
As gravity is stronger than your.
There's such a far distance to go.
Yeah,
to stand
literally,
next to
that's what it is. Yeah,
Oh, that explains a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
And
Unfortunately,
that
I
is
don't
not
have that
happening.
excuse.
No, yeah.
No, but yeah, that
for you,
that
it's
stuff
just you get
happens.
too.
I would
have
say
low
the full
iron.
name, but I cannot
and you're
pronounce
quite
it
tall.
at all.
Yeah.
low
Tall
iron.
people have cops corner. What? I'm confused
Uh,
by. It's a racetrack thing.
It said
But I don't.
pots, not cops.
Oh yeah, pots. Yeah, not cops. Yes.
Pots. P-O-T-S.
TS. Yeah, it's a condition.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
It has a
little
full
pause-
name that is Latin, and I cannot
Yes.
pronounce it at all.
Yeah.
Making a little pause and we grab some water.
Yeah, low iron is pretty di-
It's
disastrous.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
more
I'm
common in
good at
women
that.
than in men, but yeah.
I have had
Anemic.
lots of blood tests to try and find this stuff out, and the only thing they found I was short of was vitamin D because I never go outside.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So I'm on vitamin D tablets.
That's fair.
I used to take vitamin D tablets just for the hell of them. They worked for a while.
What?
What?
Because they did test for it being anemic and all that when I first got
Yeah.
fatigue.
Yeah, it's a common one in if you're tired, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
Low iron.
My mum
My
had it
friend
with,
gets dizzy whenever she
caffeine.
stands up too fast because of anemia. Yeah, it's pretty
Caffeine?
common.
I got
Yeah.
green.
Too much
No.
caffeine made my
Me
mum
too.
tired.
Green.
Yeah, my friend's acting
Of the
that way
crystal
right now.
landscape, so beautiful.
She
I-
has some decaf tea now.
I take
My
way
friend's
too
drinking
much
green tea
caffeine.
because of that. She did just recently develop like shakes and twitches from caffeine, like only recently. So now she's stopped doing. She's now drinking more green tea.
Oh, I made the mistake the other day of having about 800 milligrams of caffeine, but just
Okay.
without thinking about it, and I was physically sat in my lecture, shaking.
I mean, literally
Like,
the only reason I'm able to do this right
uncontrollably.
now is I have drunk over 2.5 liters of Coke today. That is
my
the only
God.
reason
Wait.
I am awake.
Oh god.
Like I could feel my eyeballs.
Yeah,
shaking.
a lot of
I
anemia
had that
can
much
be
caffeine.
helped with
It's
diet.
a lot of
My
it.
sister had
It was a lot of
anemia
caffeine.
until she changed her diet as well.
I've had so much caffeine that I dehydrated myself and was ill. That don't do that.
Like, because there was one point where I was having a lot of caffeine, and I was at work one day, left the
AI is
building,
stationary ahead.
and
BD.
I just got a pain in my chest. So I thought, well, shit, this is it.
This is how I die.
this is it. It's caught up. I'm just gonna die here.
Got to hear right. Right side is beautiful.
Very nice milkshake.
Oh
Nice
god, the
bomb.
AI is so bad at merging. Come on. The point of this slip road is to
Cattle.
not go to the end of it and slam on the brakes.
Shocked cattle.
Wait.
What?
No,
Oh,
I'm
and that guy's dead.
attempting to read.
These are looking
was-
at cows and tractors.
No. Chris, how is your fuel going?
I mean, I've still only used about a quarter since we started this journey. And you've
So what
topped
you're
up twice
saying
since
is-
then.
Yeah, I was gonna say what you're saying is you could top off.
Good, yes.
I
You have
won't.
a
Just
pixel
out
of
of
fuel
spite.
missing, so you could
Oh,
top
no.
off.
I kind fancy mozzarella sticks.
Nightmare, no.
Alright.
Oh,
I'm
just
just
speed up
and trying.
I'm
fuel
doing a
and
thing
fuel
where
and
I'm
drink.
just eating and eating. It's
Yeah,
not
I've
good.
noticed. Stop.
Yeah. I had
It's not-
chicken and rice.
Oh,
I had
Germany.
4 donuts.
Oh no.
And I'm
Sexist.
still hungry.
Leaving Germany for Austria, even.
Even that. Interesting. Milkshake's upset we're missing a very beautiful petrol station.
No.
It's not even that beautiful. It's actually
Ah,
a ditch.
chicken
You can't
rice
see
and
for very far when you get down
peas.
there.
Chris, we haven't had chicken rice and peas in years.
That is true.
Chicken rice
You
and
like-
peas.
Should you like peas or
Ah.
punched peas?
That sounds like.
I
I'm
don't
not a fan
like
of
mushy
punched
peas. They're
fan of-
horrendous.
Yeah,
Yeah, no one likes
they're,
punched peas.
they're
no one
wrong.
I don't know. The whole of the Midlands loves mushy peas.
Yeah.
Why?
I hate them.
What's mushy
It's
peas?
the texture of them. that's
Punched
horrible.
peas.
That-
Pre-chewed peas.
Basically.
I'm
Basically.
confused.
But they taste,
Punch-
but they do
punch
taste
peas.
different though.
They do taste different.
That's because they're a
It's the
textured
texture of them I hate.
Yeah.
But also, in here, that most of them add mint to it.
I can tell you how I used to make it at work. Yeah, it was,
My friend
you just
Simpson
cook
loves
off a load of
peas.
peas, and then you get like basically a hand blender, and you just go ham and just turn it into a
Is it-
paste.
Simpson, are you
So-
from the Midlands? Because sorry, I'm asking in chat. 'Cause he's from East Midlands. Yep. He likes mushy peas.
I told you
okay.
the whole of the Midlands loves mushy peas.
We have slow AI.
It's why I can't have peas
Oh, we're also
here.
coming off here. Okay.
Most of the
Hang on,
time.
give me a second.
Because
Let me
by
just
default,
check.
they give us mushy
I
peas.
have 800 liters left. I can go another 1,000 miles milkshake, which is basically Las Vegas to the northmost point of this map. So I can do the entire journey on the remaining fuel tank.
Oh, he pulled in late. Okay. We're going to
Did
the
it?
right
Because I moved to the
Mostly
Midlands.
with jacket potatoes. Yeah, jacket potatoes and mushy peas.
No, because
Oh,
Simpson,
no.
they always
Wait.
sell it to you from the chip shops. You have your
Yeah,
chips
chip
and your fish and your mushy peas.
Randomly
Yeah.
mushy peas.
And with like your
Yeah.
steak, you have mushy peas with your steak, and
No.
like
don't.
No.
They
Yeah,
do
no,
here.
Like, is he?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying. They do here.
No,
Yeah,
you
they
have
do.
garden
Yeah,
peas
they
and stuff.
do. It's
What?
horrible.
I'm never coming to the Midlands.
No, yeah.
Don't
In
worry, it's
South
super
Midlands,
cheap
mushy
here,
peas.
dude. It's super cheap.
I'd rather not.
You can have
Well,
a pot of mushy peas here. and it's like,
I
no
was
peas.
blown away yesterday
Wait,
about how
wait.
cheap a pint is here.
Yeah.
like-
Midlands.
Where
Mhm.
up north it's £2.80 for a pint.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
pretty
a garbage
cheap,
truck.
Back home it's like £5.
How much? How much can we get pints from here, Chris? We can get them pretty cheap,
Fine.
can't we?
Depends what you buy. I
think
tend
it's
to buy cider, and cider tends to be more
3.60 a pint, yeah.
expensive.
True.
This is what made me sad because I really like cider, but if you're in Kent, it's
Yeah.
significantly cheaper, whereas beer's more expensive in Kent. And then if you go to Midlands, it swaps.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty
I
sure
hope
we
that
can
is
get beer here for like £2.50.
Like
Might be
so,
£3.
Halloween
so
thing.
a pint of cider
know
is
some-
£2.80 here, which
Is it
I think is really good.
Yeah, further south
I
you
do
go, cheaper it gets.
remember my brother
Cheaper it
sending
gets.
us
I'm
the
north.
prices for him at
Oh, yeah.
Cardiff Uni.
Yeah.
Pound a
Oh,
pint.
It's more expensive.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wales is
Yeah.
crazy.
the
I
more
thought you were
south
referring
I
to your
was.
previous location, which I believe
Oh
was
no,
the
no, no,
south.
no. Yeah, it'll bit more south.
Oh well.
Yeah, did you see that garbage truck in the city?
Wait,
Like
what?
£5.
I saw a cement mixer yard.
And bonfire night. Okay.
It was actually a garbage truck.
What
like
about
that.
Bonfire
Yeah,
Night?
that's
Very close.
Bonfire
no,
night next month.
Oh, no,
Simpsons in chat
Ooh,
saying
and
it's a
Hector.
Halloween thing to have jacket potatoes and mushy peas and a bonfire night apparently.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
No,
Pretty
I've not heard
spooky
that.
menu option if you ask me. I'd be terrified. No.
Look, how beautiful.
Milkshake, wrong side of the road. Karen.
I have caught up to the easy.
I'm not on the wrong side of the road.
I've been doing the
Freezing
speed
cold
limit.
sauce nightclub
It's a
is classic.
it's a visual gauge for how pretty the upcoming road is how far across the line is Milkshake into the other lane.
I feel like milkshake. You know what milkshake? Have you heard? You know these tours, right? In like country where like you can drive around,
Ooh, this is cool.
like driving tours. Milkshake, you'd love those.
Do you just mean driving?
No, you can like so in Russia
You
you can
hire
hire, you
someone
can go
to
into a
drive
tank,
for
you can
you.
go to a taxi tank.
Taxi tank.
Yeah, in Russia, if you go to Moscow, you can rent. Well, not rent.
You
get
can rent an
tank to
entire
pick you up.
tank.
No, a tank pick you up. Yeah, a tank picks you up, and you drive around in a tank. Like £45 a day.
I need this.
I have
Actually,
I have been driven around in an APC,
No idea what that is.
armored personnel carrier. It's a
Basically
baby
tank.
tank.
Oh yeah,
It's a
yeah,
tank, but you
it's
can
like
get more
a tank.
people in it.
Not always,
Yeah,
sometimes you got tires instead of tracks.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this one had
So,
tracks.
Right. No, this one had. Yeah, this one had tracks. I think. It was-
We
no,
were
it was
driving on a
hiking there.
field. We were on a military
It was-
base. We were driving on a
Oh
field.
no, it was on the road.
Yeah, I know. I was just telling you my story. God.
Well, back to my story though.
Also,
Well,
Chris,
I'm
I feel
born here.
scammed.
My brother
Why?
drives in all sorts of stuff.
When I
He
turned off
works
here, I saw a
with,
sign saying Eureka, but ever since I
army.
have not seen a sign.
Mine was an army experience day because apparently they invited like a handful of us. I think there were about 8 of us. I think it was year 9, and they picked the 8 people they thought were most likely to potentially want to join the army. Don't know why I was there.
I remember this story.
Izzy in the army sounds like terrifying.
To be fair, Izzy in Trucky's dressed like a boy all the time. I think they probably made some assumptions.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah.
I was very tomboyish, so that probably had something to do with it.
Yeah.
And they probably had to get a certain number of girls
Yeah.
in there versus boys,
Yeah.
so...
He looks like she'd be in the army.
I think there was one other girl, and she was also pretty tomboyish, so yeah, you're probably right.
I know
Chris,
you...
Luke, they're all pretty.
I never got, like... Never
I
mind.
did get to witness a fucking hench-ass explosion, though. That was really fucking cool.
Nice. That's
We were
cool.
like a kilometer or a mile out, I can't remember how much, and they blew up just a fuck ton of explosives in the cliffside. It was fucking amazing.
They're two very different measurements of distance.
Yeah.
A kilometer or a mile.
I know.
Which
I just
one?
can't remember exactly how far out we were, but we were quite a distance away. They blew the thingy up, and this was when I got to physically experience for myself seeing the explosion, and seconds later hearing and feeling the explosion.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds amazing.
It fucking was.
All this
Kind of
stuff.
It was training for all those armor ops you're doing.
Yes.
Little did they know.
Yeah, I did join the army, but just virtually.
They knew there was something inside you that was gonna be in the army.
Clearly.
You
Part of
watched
it was controlling a JCB as well. They had me pick up a ball off the ground with the scoop of the digger, and then move it to place it in a basketball hoop.
Oh, a ball. I heard a bull.
Milkshake-
Oh no, a
Milkshake's
ball.
absolutely gave
Sorry.
some guy some proper like spinal destruction from ramming into the back of his car, and then
Oh,
peeped
no.
at him for
For
inconvenience.
the audacity of being in front of him.
So good.
No, it was green and he just did not move, so I pushed him a little.
I don't believe you, Milkshake. I feel like you savagely rear-ended him and then beeped him for being in your way.
It just came to a crash, stopped. I parked up gently behind him, and all I heard was a distant
Oh, you are
meow of impatience. It's so good.
Milkshake,
Oh,
the giggle
God,
makes me
Jason.
not believe
Yeah,
your
like,
thoughts that it was
just
just a
like,
friendly tap.
Being-
The giggle implies it was more than a friendly tap.
My cargo is unhurt. Take again, my cargo is.
Idiot.
Hey, learned.
Oh my god. Nearly saw Milkshake roll over then. That was so close.
I am not falling over. I am the stability
done.
itself.
What happened? You just cut the corner so much you almost hit the cliffside.
I wanted to take a closer look to the rocks.
Looking at the rocks. Ooh, let's get close up to touch it.
He wanted to
Wind
lick
down the
them.
window.
He's
He-
rolling
like any-
over the rocks.
Any geologist, he wanted to lick the rocks through the window.
Not all rocks though. Never lick sulfur. Ooh, to the left, Chris.
I mean, you could lick it. You might regret it. You can still
Okay.
live.
Only lick sulfur
Of
once.
random shit.
So now we've got to the other side. We still can't buy trucks because it's night now already.
I know, I've also noticed that.
Found it. Yes, I found it. Okay.
He found it. I don't know what he found, but he found it.
It's pretty.
So
Red Dead.
basically, in Moscow, you can drive you can get picked up an ICRM.
Oh, are we still on this? I thought we'd moved on.
An ICRM?
Yeah, an ICRM.
As in it's cold?
Yes.
A
it's
really
still
cold
alive.
RM, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it is the Russian winter. What do you
Yeah.
expect?
true.
It has a large caliber machine gun and it's armored 1 centimeter thick. It can There's basically a bulletproof taxi.
1 centimeter is
Oh.
not that big, too.
Yeah, I was
Thank
gonna say
you.
that's like nothing.
For something, I was away from Twitch chat. What happened?
I think
Oh,
he's got a
no.
unit of measurement wrong.
I'm so sorry. I
Yes.
missed that because I was
Welcome
not on
to
Twitch
Sequoia Woods.
Give
Let
me
me
2 seconds.
box
Worst
this.
streamer ever.
I,
Ignores his Twitch chat.
I was looking up tanks.
Ignores Twitch chat.
Uh,
Disappoint.
Chris, look
I
at
will
these
get-
trees.
I will
I
get
like
to
how
you
his,
in a
his
on
excuse
subs
for
now.
that
Oh,
was,
Simpson subbed. Thank
Ah, I'm
you,
rolling
Simpson.
backwards.
Oh, don't go backwards. Stop.
James,
I'd
James,
like to
James, James,
use
James,
this-
James. We're coming in.
Oh,
Thank
fuel.
you, Simpson,
Okay.
very much. You are the best.
Pot and kettle. Why would you say such a terrible thing? I do not ignore. I ignore
We're,
potentially
stopping
you,
fuel.
but that's different.
Oh, you didn't hold up traffic. Oh, right, I'm like several vehicles behind you now. Go, Milkshake.
Look, sorry, I'm going very slowly because I'm enjoying the view.
That doesn't help anything. in
Yeah,
this
I did
situation.
notice that it took a couple of minutes to see you land, even with me saying hi.
I'm now trapped and pinned between two trucks.
Ooh,
I
95
saw
people
it
here.
when it came up originally.
Okay, I'm moving now.
I was
Finally.
just trying to find a conversational break. Gosh.
Now in a very long
Alright,
queue of
got your
cars.
shot back up. 10 months, Simpson. You're an absolute legend. You're,
I don't see
you're
this
almost a
queue you're
year.
talking about, Chris.
Yanto is my longest.
You're gonna have to
Used
get
your
cake
mirrors?
when you hit 12 months, Simpson.
I don't know if
I
Wolfie's still
see
my
one
longest
car
sub or
behind.
Teroy at this point. I'm
What
not
about
sure.
the truck?
I see no trucks. One
Yanto
car,
was my
that's it.
first ever sub.
Nice.
Simpson's been my. I think I've only ever had like a total of like 12 subs in like the years I've been streaming because I've been on and off for so long.
I
you go,
after
Milkshake, go.
today
Back
I
up the traffic.
have
Look, Chris, I'm being
Cake is a
snow
lie.
hunger.
12.
Classic.
And look at me, I'm backing up
Nice.
traffic so you don't get
12
buried.
subs.
I have 6 currently.
Let's go.
and I've
Oh,
still
what's
yet to be paid a penny by Twitch.
I really enjoy
It'll
this.
happen.
Just
If you
pay
keep
out.
at it, it'll happen.
Yeah.
You just got to get
I
over
know.
100.
Yeah, you have to get over $100 in
It
1 month
slowly
to get
comes
it. don't
out,
you?
but it gets
In a
there.
month?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
As
it
in-
adds up
Over
to,
time.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
They
concurrently.
won't pay it
Say.
until it's over $100.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
that's a long time.
It's a nice drip stream revenue.
I do hope there's no broken down vehicles at the moment, because I am purely driving down the broken down lane.
I don't know where you are.
You class it as
Just
employment.
look, guys.
You have to declare it. You have to do your own taxes if you earn
Okay.
over 1,000 in a year from it.
I was just thinking, like, could you call yourself? Could you technically sell this as self-employed if you just want to be a Twitch affiliate? I was like, I guess.
It is being
Yeah.
self-employed, and as I said, if you earn over 1,000 in a year doing it, you have to do
Yeah.
your submit your taxes on it.
Yeah,
Exactly,
I'd also have
yeah,
to tell the benefit company about it, and
Mm.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah.
That'd be the interesting one. Like, so what's your job? I'm a Twitch streamer. It's like, how much are you earning? Well, like, £5.
No, you just say
£5 a day.
content creator.
Yeah, content creator,
Yeah.
and then when you get big enough, you can just turn it into a company, and you just own
Yeah.
the company.
Yeah,
We'll find out
It's
Friday.
what the
I wonder if
majority
they
do.
take that.
but that's
Yeah,
why
it's
last
what the majority
the last
do.
few years I've not earned anywhere near 1,000 in a year, so I haven't had to do anything about it.
Yeah.
That's fair. What? Only on Twitch?
Yeah, just on Twitch. Yeah.
Twitch on Twitch, right. Because this is all you do. You're not self-employed. You're just.
This is all I do. Oh yeah, except for my full-time job.
Yeah, you have a job. You don't.
Oh, we're coming off here.
Sorry, I sounded really
Congratulations,
aggressive.
Izzy.
And you have a job.
Both aggressive to Izzy and offensive to anyone that considers Twitch streaming an actual job.
Yeah.
All in one go. Good job.
Chris, how is your fuel looking?
I've not yet hit halfway down.
I just mean it in terms of like trying telling. Oh God, I'm so
Sad
touched
on.
you.
As in, I don't sell merchandise or things like that. Correct.
Yeah, you should.
I'm
You
angry
will
for
soon,
something.
though.
You will soon. I'm sorry. Are you me?
I'm now your marketing content.
Izzy, can we put your like upset face on like a massive flag or poster and just put it on Teespring?
Yes.
No, put it on a mug.
Yeah, we put it on
It's
everything.
best on a mug.
Just
Well,
Teespring
it's
it
his
and put it on
mug.
everything.
You mean the one that you've already used for like trucks and things? That one.
Yes.
It's so rude of you to have a job. Sorry.
But
I know.
maybe I might dig out the original like SLR image and just like do a large 4K version of it. Then you too can have Izzy's grumpy face on your wall.
Why would you want that?
I can imagine seeing it in like Glastonbury, just on the flags, just Izzy's
Yeah.
face just flowing in the wind.
Funny story, we were talking about having a Nix meetup before COVID happened, and we talked about
Yeah.
printing off a flag with my ridiculous face on it so people would know where we were.
It's surprisingly not as expensive as you might
Yeah, we
think.
looked into it. For like 40 quid, we could get a
God.
massive ass flag.
40 quid meme.
That'd be great. Good meme.
What you need at a convention center if you ever go
Ooh,
to
Max
one.
3.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
where we
the
were
meetup.
planning on doing it.
It's a segment.
Magic
I
trees.
can't remember what they are. What
It's
the
just a
ones are.
massive bill.
I was looking at potentially doing Birmingham Comic Con.
Yeah.
Birmingham.
I knew there was several. I
Yeah, that was a massive ball.
didn't know what they
Because
were.
screw going to London.
Or we could go to TwitchCon, which is in Amsterdam, I think.
Yeah, that's a bit
let's go to
far.
Amsterdam. No, let's do it.
Nope.
That's
Yeah, let's do
ridiculously
it.
prohibitive for 90% of the people.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Apparently
You don't need
Dee
to have
doesn't
Twitch.
care.
You don't
Yeah,
need to have a
it's
Twitch
country.
account to go to TwitchCon.
I know, that's not what we're talking about.
Oh.
It's the cost of actually getting there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not an issue.
And
You
Nexus-
can't-
What do you mean that's not an issue?
Maybe not for you.
Just a quick swim
Amsterdam's
across the
pretty
channel.
I'm broke. It's-
Amsterdam's pretty far, Lund.
Alright, I'm sorry. Izzy's paying for it all. That's
Fuck off.
It's a bit further for you, lad.
With her Twitch money.
Twitch money I don't have. Yeah, good story, bro.
So you're saying that we're all
Not
going
yet,
to...
not with that attitude.
Amsterdam is closer to you than my hometown is to me. Oof.
Hey, Chris, you just paid me another grand.
Yeah, but you live in Norway. Is spread out, man.
I do find it funny that I keep updating you on it, and every time you just go, yay!
It's quite often you say, "Oh, you returned empty," and I'm like, "Boo."
Is
Huh?
Lund in your
No,
text?
I've noticed.
Lund is in my chat, yes.
Can you
Yeah,
tell him
Lund-
I say hi?
No, you just said it.
Lund, Milkshake said hi.
It's like, I do find it funny though, that, like, it cost me 50 quid to go to York from where I am on the train, or £50 to go to Tenerife. Like,
Lund
I'd
says
rather
hi,
go to Tenerife.
milkshake.
You live next to an airport.
Yeah.
Who said
Not
hi?
everyone is that lucky.
Taxi to the
Yeah.
airport.
I was gonna say, it's 100 quid for me to get to the
Whoa,
airport.
I just doxed myself
Yeah.
like that. But whoops. There are like
Oh.
multiple airports though in the UK, so it doesn't look like that.
Yeah, there's not just one fucking airport, you did.
There's like one airport in the UK.
Oh
we
no,
can
I
narrow it
live
down
near
to
the
one of
British
two
airport! Oh
locations. So many
It's
locations.
gonna be something random like East Midlands or something like that. Isn't it? So-
Gatwick.
Well, you have the John Lennon up in Liverpool as well, don't you? And you have one in Manchester.
Got Liverpool, Manchester,
There's plenty.
Birmingham.
Well, we
Yeah.
can
Did
rule
you
out
see that
Kent because that
sign?
one got shut down
There's
ages ago.
London.
Technically, yeah. I could
Close
live
to an
in the
airport,
middle.
yeah.
Who
There's
else got?
Leeds Airport and Manston Airport as well.
You could get to an airport though, like from anywhere in like 1 to 2 hours, right? From wherever. you
No.
are, really.
No.
In the UK,
Well, yeah,
it is.
I mean,
in England.
it in the England.
We are pretty tiny.
In the England, not in Wales.
In the
Where's the
England.
airport? Does Cardiff have an airport? Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Cardiff Airport, I think.
I've never been to Cardiff, so I just will.
I know Cardiff Airport was a.
Oh, hey, Hawks!
Look, it's
do
very
it
much
when I-
struggling
Welcome,
as
welcome. It has been some time. Thank you. I'm doing
Yeah.
very well. How are you?
Reasonable after the absolute chaos.
In England, there will always be an airport within 2 hours travel. I'm not sure if that's accurate.
I think so. Like, where isn't an airport?
Is there an airport down near Cornwall?
I think they're near.
Near- Yeah, your nearest one would be Birmingham or Cardiff.
No, Cornwall is not near Birmingham.
Yeah, no, but that would be their nearest, which is quite a
Oh.
distance.
Cardiff, I feel, is much closer than Birmingham.
Yeah, Cardiff is nearer.
But I still reckon if you're right on the tippy top of Cornwall, that's probably taking you more than 2 hours to get to Cardiff.
Yeah,
I don't
probably.
think one ran due to a glitch.
Also, I'm going to be honest, if you're on the wrong side of London and you get caught on the M25, way longer than 2 hours.
Can confirm, having gone to the airport and got stuck on the M25, yes, it could happen.
Do you
There's
like
2 airports in
airports?
Cornwall. Okay.
No,
Do you-
What are they
No.
called?
no, no.
Are they international airports though, Lund? Because I think
I like
I'm
airports.
looking for international airports.
It's a bit
in
like
my head.
London. Don't like London.
Was,
No, I don't like London.
My
I
parents,
really like airports once you get through the gate. I just really enjoy that part.
my parents
They're
have got
really
a
exciting.
times that I was just
What are they called, Lund?
And went,
Okay, red light.
2 airports in
too.
Cornwall? Really?
Yeah, they're not
Yeah,
international
so
ones, I don't
airports
think,
are-
but I think they are.
There'd be
airports.
internal.
Technically
Yeah,
wrong.
there'd be internal ones, but not international.
Yeah.
So technically, I'm right.
Oh no, he's gone for the milkshake standpoint.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I think I meant international because most people don't fly domestically, really.
I mean, it's not as expensive if you want to get.
No,
to, like,
I
London
mean
or
in
somewhere.
England, people will fly to
No.
Scotland and places, but people wouldn't fly domestically in England.
Honestly, from north to London, I'm sure like the price of a plane ticket is almost the same as a train.
It is cheaper to fly from Scotland to London than it is to drive.
Yeah, from Scotland, but I don't think from England.
Your TV's staticking.
Yeah. Maybe
No,
from
say something.
Manchester Or,
Ah.
Newcastle.
Okay, fixed it.
I like.
Because, like I'm saying, people don't tend to
because
do internal
we're-
flights. I don't
yeah,
think that
we
much.
don't really do connection flights. Anyway, that was my garage now upgraded. Can I buy a truck for it, or are all they shut? They're probably
No.
shut.
Static.
Right,
What time is it?
You have
in
an
there?
open mic issue. It's picking up
Oh, it's
some
midnight
static
in
in the
game.
background.
It's not even close.
That might be better.
You go past Eureka without me realizing.
I feel like that's the case, milkshake. We've
So,
travelled
do
many
you wanna
hundreds of
do one
miles.
more short
You
one
guys
to
are
try
completely
and
went
get
too
done
far
in
away
the
from the
middle of the
internet.
day,
Don't need to go
or
east.
we can stop there.
So I'm
I'm
not too far away from an international airport. I'm saying some
you just turn
people
off?
might be.
No.
No, I
Yeah?
went straight.
Okay. I'm still trying to catch up.
the oh, I'm trying to think of my favorite.
I was
airport.
complaining that getting to Amsterdam would be slightly expensive.
Eureka, we are here.
I don't like German airports, nor do I like German train areas. I hate German trains.
Why?
Oh god, German trains are the fucking nightmare. Their
I don't-
stations are.
Not
I
as
didn't
bad
think
as the
anyone was
Japanese
talking
ones
about
where
Germany.
Yeah, where did we get to
push
Germany
you
from?
into the
I
train.
was just thinking of like transport in general, and just like had flashbacks to German trains.
Do we want to
Chris,
do
where
a
are we
short
dropping?
one to Slovakia?
I don't know.
To try and get
Ridiculous.
the trucks.
This is your job and your navigator.
Hey, where you want to go?
Right.
Slovakia.
Yeah,
Let's look
it's
it up.
literally one country over, which will be a
Let's
quick
look it
one to try and get to
Oh,
later in
Not
the
the
day.
turn on red thing here.
We need to find
What?
Walbert.
I was thinking
I
about
am
finishing
happy.
because it's 10 o'clock.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can if you want. I haven't actually taken the job yet. I've only
DD
marked it on
racist
GPS.
for me.
That doesn't feel like the correct
Well,
route,
it-
Chris.
Yeah,
No.
that's fair, Lightning.
That's
Thanks for
not-
being here and thank you for the awesome
Yeah, you
things
know
and
what,
stuff.
I feel like we just left the
Yeah.
town.
I'll wait for the other
immediately.
bits. How long,
I mean-
Chris, are you
Oh.
before you guys finish your drop off?
I mean, we're in the right town, I think. But
No, we're leaving the right town right
well,
now.
technically we're leaving the right town. And
Why?
we're trying to find Walbert with that.
Because
Okay.
milkshake travel.
Milkshake's navigating and he's not using GPS. He got us to the town and then immediately took us on a right out of town, and now we're stuck on this road leaving town.
Okay.
We're
Wait,
gonna
so
turn
that
around. and
But
come back
within the
again.
next 10 minutes, do you think you'll be done?
Hopefully.
15 at the longest, maybe. It all depends.
Yeah, we can probably get over in that time.
It's
'cause
night time, so it's
only-
hard to spot.
Nice. Do you know
Yeah,
half of my Steam friends are playing New World right now?
I saw
New
that.
World.
It's recently released.
I've,
that's why.
It's
Yeah, I
like
know,
your-
but I don't know what it's about.
Your choice if
It's
you
an
want to join the
RPG
or
type
not.
thing with magic.
Uh-huh. Cool. Right.
You're welcome.
Alright! Right then. Ugh. An
Hey, Chris,
MMO.
are you
Fair,
still
fair.
following me, or-
Thanks, Simpson.
Yeah, that's the following.
I can tell you how long it's going to take as soon as I pick it up.
I'm surprised you didn't see me on the
Exit
turnaround.
the combo.
I was distracted by the bulldozers to the right.
Uh-huh. This is seriously, this is my navigator, and this is why another 10 minutes
it's
to go.
3.5-hour journey, which is like 10 minutes in
Oh,
game.
yes, because I
I
upgraded
mean,
the
Chris,
thing.
it went
haven't I?
quite smoothly, I think.
That's fine. Updated your character. What did you
Just
update her
find it
to?
and drop off, which is always the hardest part of these trips.
Yeah, if you want to.
It just didn't make a lot of sense, that was all. It didn't work that great. I liked the clothing though, that was a good choice. Decent choice.
Also, Milkshake, I've used about half a tank in that entire journey.
I can top off.
I mean, I could reasonably top off now.
What have we got? And you updated Chris. Oh yeah. What have we changed to? Also, what are your thoughts on the new graphics, Lind? And do you want to see the new starting soon screen? It's awesome. Podcat. Podcat there. Podcat there. Cool. I will quickly show you the starting soon screen. Prepare to be amazed. Everything is Pog. It's actually ending soon, because I'm ending. But you know. But yes, I'm really, really happy with them. So it's quite fun. But yeah, we've got some other things which are going to be... I mean, I didn't lie. I just was showing it to you. Out of sequence. But no, we're getting some more... No, I'm not starting against the Ender. No! We're getting a Be Right Back screen. We're getting a technical difficulty screen and a stream ending screen, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm really, really, really looking forward to when they're all done. And then we're going to be slowly upgrading other things. So place your bet screen. No, we don't have one of those. But yeah, and then we're going to be moving on to other bits that we're going to upgrade. So it's going to be really cool, I hope. And I like this one. This one makes me happy. Yeah. But yes, thank you so much everybody for watching. I'll stream again tomorrow because I'm getting doing another Scaretober stream tomorrow. So I might stream Simulacra again, maybe do a different run. I'm not sure. Happy. I'm very happy with them. Or I could look at playing Simulacra 2, or a couple of other things. But we'll see. I'm probably going to do Simulacra again to see if I can get a different ending. Because apparently you can make one of the guys kill somebody? What? Yes, and Knight, you and I do need to plan to do Resident Evil. One of them. 5, I think we were going to do, right? Let me know. Maybe we could do it Wednesdays. We'll see. Nah, we're not doing more training for ACC. Ain't got no time for that. Not this month. Yeah. Watch this space. We're gonna have many, many, many spooky games for Scaretober. A fancy badge? Yeah, because you started the hype train most recently. So you get the hype train badge, basically. And it jumps between people who have started the hype train, basically. So if somebody else starts a new hype train, then you lose it. But yes, you have it for now. But yes, thank you so much for watching, everybody. And hopefully I will see you all in the next